Kalau gitu saya ambil dari mobil saya. Gak usah. Cuma air doang. Cuma nanti sebentar, habis itu kesini lagi, oke? Masa kita tahu cuma air mineral saya juga ada di mobil tadi. Udah. Kasih sekali lagi sebentar, Mas. Ayo, terima kasih sekali. Nah, ini ada aja mau wah.
As well.
I mean, if you are that excited, we're going to be seeing the trailer here. Malaysia going up against Turkey as we're about to invite both teams onto the stage to finally start the Open Division MLBB here in WEC.
Dan sebelum kita orang tadi pun kita orang scream, so hopefully preparation kita orang cukup lah.
We're gonna play against Malaysia today, and I am thinking that we prepared well against them. We're gonna play, and I'm thinking that we are gonna beat them.
Actually ada hero-hero yang kita orang nak bawa, tapi depends on enemy punya draft lah. Kalau okay, kita orang akan bawa apa yang kita orang nak bawa tu.
We didn't prepare something special against them. We're gonna play our own game and we're gonna beat them.
From the heart of Anatolia, they ride the thunder and bring the storm to the WEC stage. Gladiators of unbroken might tremble before the march of the Crescent Warriors of Team Turkey!
And now defending the 2024 WEC title here in their own backyards, the birthplace where they are raised and born. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Team Malaysia! And now for the match we've all been waiting for here in the World Esports Championship. Malaysia will be going up against Turkey. For now, they will go for a fist bump before we start the match.
A rivalry forged in time, destiny unavoidable, and this is a date between two countries that has been in the making and will continue to be as time progresses in the history books. Check out the lineups for those who might need a bit of refresher or are unfamiliar with who they are, starting with Team Turkey, with Lunar, with TNZ, Rosa, Sigiboom, and Apex 47.
And here's the thing, they've been playing for a while. When it comes to the draft, I am not worried at all because every single member has used different style of each role here. Rosa can be the carry, but can also be the support. TNZ, I've never seen him fumble on an assassin or a tank, a jungler, and Apex 47, man. He's been here for quite a while. Sigiboom, though, I do have to see how he can play because I remember his Ruby being quite cracked. What else does he have?
I mean, I remember him taking us down in the Swiss stage last year, so that scares me as well. Even Apex 47 on his own role is what Hilda is one of the heroes that he has been playing even 2-3 years ago. And Hilda is in the picture, but they are up against the defending champions.
Yep, right now we're gonna talk about Team Malaysia here, folks. We got Momo, Sakai, Stormy, Loyal, as well as Yumes. And again, defending the title here in their own hometown. Stormy, the mage prodigy, going up against Rosa. Again, born in the same year. They've had, I would say, similar paths, but Stormy has been really showing up in the international stage, winning quite a lot of competition in his career.
Mage Prodigy against the Thorn Queen, that is one matchup that I don't think anyone would want to miss. Again, I think this is going to be a very good testament, regardless of which fence you're sitting on, whether you're a supporter of Malaysia or Turkey, to see who has what it takes to take it further, right? Even you look at last year's result, aside from Malaysia taking a trophy, Philippines came in second, Indonesia I think came in third and fourth, Turkey didn't really make it that.
Download aplikasi GoPay, selalu gratis top up dan tarik tunai di Alfamart dan Indomaret.
Top up saldo kena biaya ya? Iya kak. Tarik tunai juga. Gimana ya?
Di aplikasi GoPay gratis mbak, tuh kan? Download dah.
Is there probably helping out Momo? Shout outs to Cram here, making his appearance here in WEC. So I'm really looking forward to see how Momo will go up against Lunar and how Loya will deal with Sigaboom in the gold lane.
I mean, shout out to Uni too in the
Yeah,
crowd.
shout out to Uni, yeah.
Coach Ozoraveki, Winter, they're all here, united on one goal and seeing us beat Team Turkey. Oh, this could be a prelude to a best of 5 in the playoffs, right? I'm pretty sure we will get this matchup again. This is just kind of the opening statement, kind of the bragging rights of saying, hey, beat you in the group stage. Let's hope we meet again.
Yep. And both teams, they've already played here, so they should be comfortable enough. They should have adjusted to, playing times, being on stage with the phone. So I'm really looking forward to see chaos, but in a disciplined way. Whenever they go for a fight, there has to be a purpose. And more importantly, there has to be an outcome. And it's going to be expanding river here. So there's going to be a lot of fights, maybe there in mid, because the faster rotation really helps out, especially for the gold lane.
I was, a part of me was thinking, when are we going to get expanding rivers? And no better time to do it. And also, gotta give a quick shout out to the coach of Team Turkey as well, because he's not only helping out the open division of Team Turkey, he's also helping out the women's division, right? It's a lot on one person's shoulder, but he's been able to pull it through time and time again. Let's head into the draft of game number 1 between Team Malaysia and Team Turkey.
Yeah, shout outs to Coach Bagosaf, man. I mean, in terms of his success in his career as a coach, there is quite a lot here. So this is a big advantage, honestly, for Turkey, for both the women division as well as the open division, having the same coach. I'm pretty sure he's experienced enough to basically have time for both teams and have a very good understanding of how the meta is really shaping up.
Even when you look at the results earlier on in the women division, they did get a 2-0 win. So all in all, things are looking great for Team Turkey so far. Let's see if they get the translation here, right? Because the day has just begun, at least for the coach. Fanny Yuzong banned by Malaysia, CC Lapu banned by Turkey, and this is what I like. We literally had this discussion about XP laners, fighters being a priority, and we know that Lapu and CC has been quite of a staple in the meta itself, especially, you look at more experienced team like Malaysia. Turkey comes in with the Harith third ban.
But then comes to the question, will Momo be allowed to use the Arlet here? Right? CC ban and Lapu, sure, but the Arlet is going to be open unless Turkey is willing to pick it up first pick. But I feel like with Baxia still open, Lancelot still open, Yisun Shin still open, I kind of feel like there even Gato Kacha, there's a lot of good first pick options here. Momo might actually get it.
Every single time I see, Team Malaysia get challenged, the first thing I think about is how much can their enemies push them in the draft, right? How comfortable can Team Malaysia get? Are they comfortable enough to be like, hey, we'll just run Kimi Gatot until you find a way to stop us? Or are you really going to find a way in the draft to make us feel uncomfortable and then pose that challenge? That's something I'm looking for in Team Turkey, and I'm 100% confident that they have a way to kind of circumvent that.
As of right now, opening Lancelot and Hayabusa is a good way to open up the draft, but there is a chance with TNZ's wide hero pool, they may be able to wait it out a bit, because historically one of his highlight heroes was the Nolan, which has been buffed. Not sure if it's enough. So it looks like they are keeping it open a little bit. They're picking up the Jushin here first. Malaysia, they still have the option of Kimi or Eve, which I feel both will do quite well against the Jushin.
And there's also the Gatot left open. You know, it has been a very staple pick, not just for Team Malaysia, but for majority of the teams today in WEC.
Arlet, don't forget about
Arlo
that.
is also there. You want to talk about Nolan? I mean, Suyu is also back in the picture,
true.
right? That could be an option that, you know, either teams can pivot towards to if they so wish. We haven't seen Malaysia get pushed just yet. Yesterday they took on Team Iran, and Iran put up a decent fight, but not enough to pose that, you know, that conundrum. We did talk about the Gatot goes through YSS for Sakai's.
Yep. So it looks like they're going to look at what else is there before heavily committing onto Momo's hero or Stormy's hero, because both are basically good soldiers for the coach, saying like, okay, what can I use to counter the opponent's draft? And then they pick it up. So good idea to let them have a bit of room to see what's on the table before committing to a pick.
I can see it's like Coach Ark's just giving orders, right? Momo, you
Exactly.
do this. He's like, yes sir, I'll do it. Now we just mentioned about the Hilda being a potential for Turkey, and out she comes.
Yep. Dealing with the Yusunshin is going to be pretty strong. So Malaysia, they got to make sure whatever mid laner they pick up is going to be strong enough to deal with the pressure that both the Jushin as well as the Hilda can provide, because this is already a pretty scary mid duo if the Hilda is going roam. We still don't know. It could still be going to the EXP, but the Hayabusa does get picked up here for TNZ.
Yeah.
So Malaysia, either the Arlet or pick up a mid, something like Eve, something like Kimi.
We did talk about the lane priority as well, which was the focal point in the previous series that we witnessed between Team Uzbekistan and Argentina. With that being said, I think for Stormy too, even yesterday when they went up against Team Iran, we saw his pick getting put in the 4th and 5th when needed. In this case, they're going to stick with the classic Gatot Kimi, not that we didn't see it from a mile away.
Yep.
So again, lane priority is what Team Malaysia wants, and they have the perfect recipe.
Yeah, so for Turkey, I kind of feel like of all the bans, they might try to consider banning out fighter gold lanes, because they have a draft that can enter the jungle, right? If you give your gold, if your opponent has a pretty strong EXP and gold laner, which are fighters, it's going to be very difficult for you to actually enter the jungle, which with the opening of your draft, that's kind of what you want to do, right? Having Hilda be the front line, Jushin with the lantern, opening up the map as well, and Hayabusa, in case anything goes wrong, just quad shadows out.
That could be the setup that Turkey has already set in motion in the first banning phase with the CC ban and the Lapu Lapu, right? So that's, you know, technically 3 gold laners, well, make it 4. No more Ruby option for Team Malaysia. I mean, not that they are gonna pick marksman, not that I feel like it's gonna be the case, since they already have, you know, YSS and Kimi.
Yep.
What's the other choice? It could be, I mean, there's still
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda is still there.
Honestly, Export is looking quite good here because there's not a lot of burst here, Husky.
Yeah, it does look pretty good.
And if they want to go cheeky with it, Uranus, and now with the Lunong's ban, Uranus and Esme both are looking pretty attractive here for Malaysia.
Even with Turkey, if you want to ban a fighter, Esmeralda, I guess. You still have...
I almost feel Uranus because
Hold on a minute.
whatever
Yeah.
they have right now, they can't deal with the Uranus.
Yeah, I agree. I think they already picked their mid laner, so no burst in the mid. That can't really provide that the later the game goes on. You're looking at Go and XP laner. It could be the same situation as we saw in the previous series, where a lot of that damage profile now falls onto the gold lane for Sigiboom to carry out. Esmeralda gets banned out. So Uranus, like you said, is open if Malaysia wishes to take it.
Yep. So there you go. They do pick up the Uranus. Pretty good at our jobs. Feeling pretty proud here. So now for Turkey, do they want something scaling here? Because the Harv is there, even the Granger is there. Again, Sigiboom is very flexible here. A lot of...
Harv's banned out by Turkey.
Oh, yeah.
Granger is there. Yeah, I agree. What else? I mean, safest one is always Claude. We saw the Natan by Kabuki yesterday from Team Indonesia. That's another option you can go down. Definitely no Iratel. That's a no-go.
But what if?
What if? Please
I'm guessing
don't.
not. I really feel like their damage is honestly not bad. They have a lot of peel here. It is pretty safe for them to pick up a marksman. Granger is the safest. It looks like they are going to go for the Claude as well as the Arlet.
What do you say? Pretty good at our jobs. Yeah. Now that, I mean, the Uranus has been taken by Team Malaysia, there's no reason for an Arlet pick anyway. So this is most likely an Apex 47 Hilda. So a blast to the past to 2 years ago in the M5, where his Hilda was the reason that one of our representatives, Team SMG, got knocked out from the group stage.
Yep.
Oh, bad flashbacks. See, what's gonna be in the goal lane? Kimmy Go? I mean, it's not the best.
Yeah. Granger is there, but it's not
Granger's
a good.
there, yeah.
It's not a good matchup against the Claude. It's gonna be very difficult for Loliel here. Natan, I would say, is still on the table, but really not all that safe.
Not even export feels good because of the plot there, but probably the only choice left.
Yep.
We don't get to see this matchup often. He does have his merits, but I look at the scaling. I personally like Turkey's scaling a bit more.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I kind of feel like for Malaysia, their scaling is going to be a little bit different here, Husky, where their scaling is not to deal the most amount of damage, but to have the most amount of zone priority, because the X-Borg is going to have a tough time in lane going up against the Claude. But eventually, after building up the War Axe, you're just trying to stay inside the Lord Pit for as long as you can. And between a Yisun Shin and a Hayabusa, I feel like once you get the Ogi Shadow kill out, it's going to be more priority for Team Malaysia to handle that objective. So I kind of feel like Malaysia's draft is really about turtles, really about lords, really about controlling that river. Compared to Turkey, this is a pretty standard draft that is, I would say, a jack of all trades.
Yeah,
You can do all.
I agree. I think just to kind of expand on what you brought up, even you look at the recent match history of Team Malaysia and how these players, how Coach Ark have been drafting, you're right? The zone control, right? The Tokaja, you have the export, and most importantly, something that only the YSS can provide in totality is global vision, right? Even though it has been cut down in duration, but knowing where your opponents are, even for a fraction of a second, could be very helpful. So let's hop into game one, the line of Dawn. Team Turkey in the blue side, and Team Malaysia on red.
Yeah, we can see already quite a lot of trade here coming in from the mid. Basically, everyone received some damage here. Rosa, Yoom, Stormy, as well as Apex 47. Now we got to see how they're going to be contesting the jungle here, because we can already see Malaysia prime position to protect their own jungle, and Turkey just looking for opportunity. So both really understanding what each other are trying to do.
Now Stormy does get lifted back though. That is so dangerous. Stormy barely makes it out with help of Yooms. And that's the priority that we've been talking about. And first blood actually attained in the gold lane. Lolia with a solo kill on the Sigiboom.
Lolia must be quite upset. It was not shown on screen with all the, I would say, pressure is got from the netizens.
Man,
but
how did that happen?
How did that happen? I mean,
that hurts.
Sigiboom already used up the Purify, so I'm guessing Lolia just went all in, and Sigiboom just did not realize X-Borg did that much damage, I guess?
I mean, Lolia didn't even have to use his flicker, right? Rosa is gonna eat the turtle boat in the face. Sakai's with a pickup. Tianzi is in though, has the shadow kill. Sakai's gonna use the heal. And actually, Tianzi not able to pick up anyone. Team Malaysia gets away with no casualties.
Yep, this is the experienced mid trio here coming in from SRGOG, making it so that able to bounce around the Ogi shadow kill, not to get all of it onto Sakai's. And even if it does, Yooms is there with the Revitalize. So honestly, Team Turkey could have turned things around if Tianzi was able to get a couple of kills there.
Luna gets zoned away from the objective. Lo Liao just scouted out Tianzi at the purple buff. Team Malaysia have full priority over the turtle. Apex 47 not going to be able to make too much of an impact without level 4. Same as Yooms, but I think in terms of agency, you prefer Yooms a lot more, as Momo will just soak up all the pressure from Lunar. Has the final slash. Tianzi, quad shadow. Tries to find an opening, but Yisun Shin just better with the retribution.
Yep, Sakai is able to secure that. But good on Tianzi as well, waiting up for the unbreakable. But hold on, something's happening in mid.
Wait, Sigiboom's gonna die again!
Lolia gets a kill somehow, and now Momo looks like the duo laner here. EXP and gold.
For 2 times in a row, Lo Liao didn't have to use the flicker for the solo kill. It makes you wonder what happened in the gold lane.
I mean, hey, doubts for Momo and Lolia should be answered here. Both basically soloing the opposing laner. Looking quite good opening up here. Malaysia up by 2,000 gold. But again, we gotta wait on Tianzi because we've seen Hayabusa coming back from behind. It's definitely possible, but the problem is gonna be that Uranus, right? Someone has to deal with that.
Yeah, and the person that is good at dealing with it is falling pretty far behind. And Apex 47 goes down. I think you need to call for help if you are Siggy Boom. Someone needs to free him from that lane. Not to free him from that lane, but you lift that pressure a bit, right?
Yep.
Because they're going to call me for a gank.
Two-level difference.
Shocker, no Purify, Siggy Boom. One last effort, Blazing Duet, eat all the AOG. That's a killing spree for Sakai's. This gold lane has completely gone to dust.
I mean, we talk about how difficult it is to play a marksman in gold right now because there's a lot of gold being nerfed on the minions, where Claude is viable because he can double wave, right? Get on gold as well as mid. Now he doesn't even get gold.
I'm just shocked, right? It took was a level 1, level 2 solo kill to really set it in motion. We just say that, you know, eventually he's going to be able to shred through the X-Borg. He's going to be able to scale to the late game. But dying 3 times in under 4 minutes, that is disastrous.
Yeah, even Momo is having an EXP lead here going up against Lunar. And now the turtle is going to spawn. Siggy Boom does have that first item. But look at this, trying to fight back. Lunar already using the final slash, and Rosa flickers in.
Comes in and tries to grab a target, taunted. There's nothing that Rosa could do in that situation, and TNZ will have to fall back as Team Malaysia so far up 6-0, 3.3k goal advantage, and that lead will keep on expanding as they work on the second turtle.
And Momo doing the most annoying thing, 1v3 here, and now EOG goes in.
Don't even give them the orange buff. TNZ was to clear it in the end. Final slash from Lunar. TNZ cannot re-engage Lunar. We just have to dash around with the Vengeance. He himself flickers away. And we are seeing a bit of the problem right now. Turkey don't really have that big burst that they need to finish off targets.
And again, this is just how Malaysia plays. They even
taunt!
catch TNZ!
Oh.
The burn is there, but not gonna kill TNZ. But yeah, Malaysia, they like to draft where they can zone people away. And look at this, they're doing it quite well. They're basically drafted where we don't have to fight, but if you do want to, hey, we welcome you.
Yume's reaction is out of this world. Gets some pixel perfect reflexes. Lunar forced out of his own lane. Bottom tier 1 gone already. And I'm struggling to look for a comeback plan for Turkey. In this situation, it looks so tough.
Yeah, because they have a lot of crowd control, but at this point, they don't have a lot of damage. And Rosa was just hit once.
Yeah.
Not pull back, just hit once, and that was like 20, maybe the minimum 50% HP loss. The traction pulse right now coming in from Stormy is not just a threat of starting a fight, but just the damage itself. Right now, the turtle will spawn in roughly about 40 seconds. And TNZ, this is the problem where 1, 2 fighters, 1 tank. It's going to be difficult for him to use the Oki Shadow Kill to really get a kill, because even Stormy was able to use the Stardom to stun him up. Well, you know, make sure that he doesn't move and just take free damage from the Kimmy.
Yeah. Makes it worse that your goal lane is essentially a null factor, right? So the expert wants to move into your jungle. He sure as heck can do that. Brute Force Breastplate for Loliao. TNZ starve out of resources. Team Malaysia 5.3k up. Traction Pulse used early on. No, they know where Lunar is. But how is Turkey going to cut through this front line? Can't do it without Siggy Boom. The Siggy Boom needs time. And he needs a lot more than he would have bargained for, honestly.
Yeah. And the problem is, even if you do go for a team fight with Loliao, the lead that he has, the last Insanity, even if he doesn't kill, it's going to deal quite a lot of damage. So
wait a minute.
Even Tifa's going to be...
Lunch yuk! Yang hemat aja.
Lagi ngirit nih.
Pesan di Shopee Food ada diskon rame-rame. Diskon 50%.
Even if you're trying to get vision, I don't think you need to go that far. Not at this state of the game. That control is not going to be utilized anyway, since the rest of your teammates don't really have priority at all.
Yeah. Basically, Apex wants to do what Momo is doing right now.
Cut the wave?
He's going anywhere he wants, right? Like, there doesn't need to be a reason for him to be there. I mean, like, there is, right? Vision as well as slowing down the rotation, but he's not punishable. That's the thing here compared to Apex 47. Apex is punishable. Momo, not really. He's literally healing everything up.
Look at that. 3 ultimates in a row. They only find Lunar, but better than nothing. Lift up onto Yumes. And with the OG Shadow Kill, no way Yumes survives this, right? Eventually goes down. Rosa finds the shutdown, but now they have Loliao to deal with. And Team Malaysia still ends up getting mid-tier 1. Despite all that effort from Team Turkey, they get the root on Siggy Boom, and Siggy Boom will have to fall back, and Rosa cannot do this alone. Not with the Juicin.
Right now, Malaysia 6.7k goal lead. Turkey is able to get a kill. And TNZ, this is very interesting. He's getting the Sky Piercer, which honestly is not that bad of an idea because at least if they somehow can get a kill, it could snowball because at this point you need some kind of miracle. So you need to make that play. You need to make that choice.
They have what means to do a setup. That's the good thing. Bad thing is that they are so far behind. Apex will provide vision, but you just cannot shake Momo off.
Yeah.
Momo is just sticking onto you.
Right now, Momo is just being a bit too annoying because this Uranus was the one that got MVP yesterday.
Yeah.
And also unkillable, right? So this is the problem that we talked about in draft. We already see the heroes. We saw the Hayabusa, the Jushin, as well as the Hilda, and we know that that lineup doesn't kill Uranus that fast. So I think the answer was supposed to be the Claude. But the fact that Lolia closed that problem quite early on, this is trouble for Turkey because they got to deal with Momo first.
Yeah, Lolia shut that down so quick. Still am wondering how that happened, but we'll have time to deliberate the post-game. Team Malaysia continues to spearhead that lead. Easy Lord 1 in under 10 minutes.
Yep. And so far, Malaysia, this is probably the cleanest we've seen them play so far. Yesterday against Iran, they really showed up, but I don't know. Going up against Turkey, you can feel like they put in quite the effort here to deal with them.
This is the actual full power, right? Actual pulse that doesn't connect to anyone. You can see, no way in. That's one hit from Sakai's.
Yep. This is trouble because Turkey, they have to turtle up, but again, they don't have enough damage. So even if Malaysia makes a mistake, I don't know if they have enough damage to really punish that Husky. Speaking of damage, one hit, man.
I mean, their sole Lord Defender, Lord Killer, is not ready. Not remotely ready. Even the 5-man final slash, I don't think is gonna save them. Not from this predicament. Top inhibitor goes down. That is so clean Apex. I don't know what's the plan for Apex. There's really nothing much he could do. Now Turkey gets some breathing room to work on the Lord. Final slash onto Low Liao. He's gonna last insanity. Fragile armor breaks. TNZ, again, no opening for him. Apex 47 can only watch as Team Malaysia breaks down the mid inhibitor. And not done this yet though. Momo taking some considerable output from Turkey, but still not enough to go down.
And look at Apex 47, been flanking for quite a while, try to find an opening. Looks like he's just gonna buy some time, but Sakai's is chasing after him.
Apex 47 will try, but try to see Mike Yums. The Metal Gauntlet will find it, and now Momo right in the midst of things with Low Liao. Last insanity is a barbecue season. As Stormy finds Lunar. Turkey down to 3, and that is gonna make it 2. Siggy will have no chance. Rosa with the flicker to safety. Apex 47 back in 10. TNZ last ditch effort. Try to roll the dice. Finds Sakai's with the Sky Piercer, but it's still a disadvantaged defense. Apex is now back. Minion wave to be dealt with. TNZ will need a bit of help, and they will clear it out in time. Rosa with the lift back onto you. TNZ back into it. Gas the taunt. Apex 47 holds the front. TNZ doesn't have the ult, and Turkey lives to fight another day.
Yeah, again, looks like Momo, even though get caught, hold on. Track the pulse. Looks like they're not gonna do anything. That's just to make sure that Turkey cannot re-engage. Sakai's got shut down, but still, he's playing an amazing Yi and Shin game. The damage that he's outputting, honestly, Siki Boom tried to go in because he did have the golden staff, so the damage, now you do have to respect it, but the damage that they dealt to Siki Boom,
yeah,
that was nasty. That was a lot.
I feel like Sakai can face tank the Blazing Duet and still solo kill Sigi Boom until the Winds of Nature come out. It's gonna take a while. I don't know if Turkey have that time now that the second Lord is up.
Yeah, but now look at Momo finding 2 and all by himself, making TNZ as well as Sigaboom suffer quite a bit. Even in terms of damage, this Uranus is not just a wall, man. It's a wall that can fight back. And now the Lord has been started up by Team Malaysia. TNZ is looking for an opportunity, but Yums is there to stop him.
That's a conceal. Bit late to the party, TNZ couldn't get there in time. I'm not sure how this is gonna pan out though. Sigi Boom wants to get into the fight, but just could not find a space to do so. Maybe with the help of Rosa, they can find some space, but Rosa is gonna get chased down, so Kai's actually burns. Apex 47 finds Stormy. The 2-for-2 trade so far as Loliao gets gone on by TNZ. Immortality is going to be out. Momo flickers on top of Rosa. Rosa trying to run away, but Momo should be able to get the finisher. And Team Malaysia still comes out on top. 10 seconds for Lunar to come back.
I gotta say, Momo is being relentless here. I kind of feel like he's missing the international stage here, Husky.
Yes.
He really wants to show up here for Malaysia. All the while, we got to shout outs to Turkey because they created chaos so that Stormy and Sakai's were uncomfortable in that fight and they got that kill. They only got 2, but that's quite a big 2 that they got.
Yeah, the guy's going down a second time in TNZ. Also doing a fantastic job taking out the immortality of Loliao. Momo gets gone on too. Won't commit the shadow kill. They take care of the Lord, so the last inhibitor still stands for Turkey. They have successfully weathered the storm a second time.
But Malaysia, they gotta be careful. 14 minutes in at this point, Siki Boom, even though 0-5 and 2 is gonna be a threat. So they gotta be careful whenever you do see a possible BMI coming up.
Yep.
Sakai's is gonna be the main damage dealer to just burst him out that fast. Speaking of which, Sakai's does have that Winter Crown, so he understands that he's the main target now. So he needs to be prepared to make an outplay, essentially.
The Winter Crown is going to solve a lot of that problem too. The Ogi Shadow Q, also very ineffective against the Winter Crown. This goalie still 5k for Team Malaysia, sure. Next Lord up in 70 seconds on the top quadrant of the map. Turkey should be able to handle the waves no problem. They have Sigiboom online after gruesome 5 deaths this game. But we are seeing the dividend being paid off.
Yep. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. So Team Turkey, they're still in the match here because they have the advantage of having that Claude. And TNZ, we got to give it respect. He bought the Sky Piercer. He only got 1 kill, but he hasn't died at all. Considering the amount of pressure that Malaysia has been putting on,
Yep.
he still got 10,000 gold with 0 death.
In the shutdown that he got earlier on was onto Sakai's, of all people too. So his Sky Piercer well utilized. I mean, even Apex 47, we saw him jump on Stormy earlier on to get the solo takedown. So he is starting to be a threat, even though he's not the most durable hero out there, but the axe, it hurts.
Yep. Looking forward to see the Chastised Pauldron being built by Malaysia here because they still need to deal with Sigibom. It's a great item not only just to reduce the attack speed, but also getting some heal whenever you are low enough to trigger it. Turkey, they have a lot of ways to start a fight, especially Lunar, but I kind of feel like Apex 47 might have to throw his body a little bit just to be able to clump Malaysia up close enough so that you can have maximum value on that final slash.
Team Turkey has shown their confidence and composure in even attempting to contest the second Lord. I wouldn't fault them if they attempt this. From multiple angles it is. Youm's hiding in the top bush. I don't think Turkey knows about this, so an AOG could be the surprise factor that Malaysia is looking for. That's why they will pull off the Lord.
Yeah, look at that. It's not just Youm's, it was Sakai's as well. They found one! They found Lunar!
Oh, and that's a key member. Just caught Luna sleeping at the wheel. He didn't want to use the flicker, and now he's punished with a 30-second death timer.
And look at this, Rosa trying to zone people out. Sigibom does have that Winter Crown, so he has an opportunity to make a play here. Will Turkey take it?
So Liao loses. The Furia got armor. Good attempt for TNZ. Youm stops him in the spot. So Sakai's gets the retribution. Apex, you have to throw his body as he goes down. AOG connects on the Rosa. Youm's on the chase. Brings No Liao in. TNZ can't really get much done as Sakai's just solo kills Sigibom in the back line. And the turtle bolt on the TNZ. Sakai's with a triple kill.
Dude, Sakai's having an amazing game, man. 11, 2, and 4. Rosa trying to buy as much time as possible. Mid against mid. Stormy against Rosa. And Youm's is dead. Rosa gets a kill, but look at the base. Team Malaysia, they're on it. Final slash from Lunar. Rosa actually gets a kill onto Stormy, but looks like Malaysia is going to be taking game number 1.
Clean as a whistle from the local heroes. Team Malaysia takes game number 1 in this best of 3 and puts Team Turkey in their place. A rude awakening of what seemed to be a close matchup turned disastrous in the first 5 minutes. I mean, that goal lane, that needs to be addressed.
That, honestly, is a very good opening game for this matchup because we have to talk about Turkey. Despite having a pretty rough early game, they did come back a little bit come mid as well as late game. There were opportunities. It's just that looks like Team Malaysia was able to basically bait them out using the bushes for the positioning that they can actually catch Lunar off, separating Rosa from the team, separating Apex 47 from the team. So looks like Team Malaysia is well prepared dealing with the draft that Turkey brought out in game number 1.
Yeah, it felt like Team Turkey was, they felt a bit uncomfortable, right? Not really fully the Team Turkey that we know, because there were definitely some moments that made you question what was the thought process. I think Luna getting caught out before the third Lord fight was essentially what ended the game. Had the flicker available, didn't want to use it, but I feel like sometimes you just have to take the L.
Honestly, don't know what happened because it was off screen, but Rosa was still able to kill off Dooms and Stormy.
I mean,
did he have the Sky Piercer?
No, he just went full magic. Like glowing one.
Killing Dooms is fine, but killing Stormy as well.
Yes, like glowing one, I think Clock of Destiny, Blood Wings, I think, probably Divine Glaive at one point.
Hey, Wishing Lantern.
Yeah, he's not able to go home though, sadly.
Well, we'll see the itemization being built by both teams because that was a very, I would say, clean game coming in from Malaysia. Yes, they gave over quite a few kills. It went 18 minutes, but that's more on Turkey finding opportunities to punish Malaysia. But speaking of punish, Momo was not.
Momo just goes where he pleases, does what he wants. This game, I think Team Malaysia, they were so far ahead that it really didn't matter too much if some guys get shut down or they lose a skirmish, because they just had such a big advantage. Like it's hard if you tell me that it's a 6-19 scoreline, almost a 7K differential, and it's these two teams, I would find it pretty hard to believe. But at the same time, the second Lord fight that Team Turkey attempted to take and sort of come out with a decent return, that one was impressive, right? They got some of the key ingredients down right. It's just the same issue that we saw in our earlier series, where the team is just put too far behind to have an impact.
I gotta be real here. If choosing an MVP, pick your poison, man. Momo did well, Sakai's did well, and Lolia, we don't see him on screen that lot. But dude, he's doing a lot for the team. Speaking of which, look at this Rosa, the one dealing the most amount of damage to go, 86,000 damage dealt. Sakai's being the goal hunter, has the most amount of goal taken, and Momo, no surprise here, took the most amount of punishment from Turkey.
Yeah, he takes it and he dishes it back twofold. I would say, if you look at Lolia KD, he's 3-0-7. Guess where those 3 kills came from? It was all kills onto Sigiboom in that goalie in the first 4 minutes of the game. Definitely a tragic way to lose the lane. But it's not the end, it's just game 1. Turkey looking for them to bounce back in game 2. But for now, Team Malaysia, they've shown us a very strong opening statement, right? Answer some of the doubters out there. Now it's about closing it out.
Yeah. How rare is it to see Jushin being the most damage dealt when there's a Kimi, there's a Haya, there's a Claude, there's a Yi Sun Shin with 11 kills.
Yeah.
But Momo is the MVP, the unkillable Momo, man. 2-0-8, still doing 3,000 damage per minute in an almost 18-minute game.
I mean, at one point he could single-handedly solo kill Lunar and Sigiboom together. We actually saw that play out where he was like in a 1v2 and he was still winning out. This Uranus, massive problem. You call that 4th pick for Team Malaysia, and it was the ender of the game.
Now we gotta look at the highlights, man, because honestly quite a lot happened in the game. But most importantly, Husky, most of the important parts is not gonna be in the highlight, because we need to know what happened in Goat Lane.
Okay, so this is the first. Okay, the Sigiboom already went down once. This is his third. So we didn't skip the second one because, this is rough, man.
Yeah. Either ways, this is good coming in from Team Malaysia, but also we see the potential here. Rosa, again, doing quite a lot of damage, and TNZ, despite being quite behind, able to get more gold than Sakai's at one point in the game, despite Sakai's having 8 kills at that point, and he only has 1 to his name. So they still have very good fundamentals of the game. They understand the basics and what they need to do at points of the game. It's just that maybe even they were quite surprised by the positioning of Malaysia, where they felt pretty safe in certain situations.
Yep.
But then all of a sudden, wait, why is there 3 people on me?
Like, this was the best possible fight that they could have gotten for Team Turkey. But in the grand scheme of things, it's the best that they could have asked for.
Yep.
Right? Like this trade, even though at the end it's still Team Malaysia getting more kills than the objective, I think Team Turkey put up a valiant effort considering how far behind they were. This was where we saw the disengage, and I was liking it, but Lunar got caught out before that, and without Lunar, it was just very hard to stop the front line of Team Malaysia of just continuously moving forward.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's like Caster Curse, because we did say, okay, the export might have difficult time, and all of a sudden, it literally popped off.
He solo killed the Claude twice. I don't know how that happened. I have a feeling that he walks up, he starts punishing Lo Liao. No, not Sugiboom. Sugiboom hits BMI, hits level 2, uses BMI aggressively, and the rest is history.
Perhaps, but either way, that was game number 1, and we know Team Turkey to be a very experienced team, like for 2 to 3 years at this point, right? And I feel like they understood what went wrong in game number 1, right? I feel like Lunar had a tough time, Sigabum had a tough time, as well as honestly Apex 47. So I feel like the side lanes were pressured a little bit when their idea was controlling that mid. So maybe we'll see a shift in principle when it comes to how they play the next game.
I think one of the key points was also the roam by Apex 47 on the Hilda. We saw a lot of presence in helping out Rosa, helping out Lunar a little bit. But I think at one point you need to go to the Claude.
Yeah.
You're not gonna threaten the Xbox too much, but you want to get the Claude out of that position. And it never really happened, right? Like Sigiboom, 2 devs got ganked the 3rd time, and Apex 47 just was not providing the support that was needed. Something that
Dari bahan berkualitas, melalui tangan ahli dan inovasi, untuk kualitas pasti juara. Bagi kamu, untuk juarakan hidupmu. KTNG.
Ranger is only viable because of Skypiercer, right? You need 3 to 4 stacks and then you start becoming a monster. Claude is there because he can double wave, right?
Yeah.
Get gold as well as mid, so you don't feel that much pain when it comes to the nerf in terms of the gold. Harv is amazing because in the team fight, you know, AoE slow and then you just keep on dashing around, very hard to catch. So shutting down Claude, making him unable to go for that double wave, basically imitates what happened in the previous series with Iritel. You just don't get what you need.
Yeah, and in this comparison, if it was an Iritel, that game would have been even worse, right? Because it takes way longer. Even for Harif, another thing that he brings to the table alongside with great scaling and his low cooldowns is the fact that he has a good passive, right? The key insight. Spellvamp, I remember, right? With increasing stacks.
Shields as well.
Shields as well. So it's pretty crazy for a passive, and that's the reason why we are seeing Harif fight tooth and nail. So, I don't know, for game 2, I definitely, again, it's another case of not a draft problem.
Don't let Momo get Uranus. Or if you do let him get it, try to get something like a Lunox.
I mean, they have an answer. It's just that answer was shut down very, very quickly. Not even a chance.
Yep. Shout outs to Lolio doing quite well, despite us not knowing what he did. Maybe Rose can ask him, right?
It will remain a mystery forever. You know what that makes it hard? It makes it harder for their future opponents. They have no idea what he did. And I can assure you, Lolio probably doesn't remember either.
So maybe they prefer it, right? Or he was like, oh, I don't know. Happens.
I don't know, watch the boss. Like, it doesn't show you.
Yep. Well, Dangerous Grass has been selected here. So I feel like for both teams it is quite neutral because I feel like Team Malaysia, they're pretty strong at zoning. They're going to have enough discipline to make sure they check all the bushes. As well as Team Turkey, based on what happened just now, they do want to go for more team fighty and use heroes that can farm up quite well because they have pretty good farmers. So I think Dangerous Grass is pretty neutral for both Turkey as well as Malaysia.
And Turkey decides to take first pick again.
Let them play the hero.
Lapu Ban,
I will be the truth.
Fanny and
this
Yuzong as the
world
response of Team Malaysia,
desperately
who
needs.
didn't have to change anything just yet. Again, we're looking for if Team Turkey can push the envelope in terms of the draft, right? How much can you create that environment where Team Malaysia feels uncomfortable in the draft because comfort picks have been a staple. Sometimes it feels a bit frustrating as an opponent because it's the picks that you know is going to come out, but there's not really much of an answer.
I like that it looks like for both bands are really protecting the mid here because basically all the heroes can really threaten that mid lane. And we saw Turkey, they first picked the Jushin, so they themselves ban it out. Comes to the question, what is going to be the early pick? Like, do you want to take that Yi Sun Shin away? Do you want to early pick and Eve?
Wow.
They even ban out the Hilda, which I think is showing that they do want to get like a Lancelot, like a Yi Sun Shin early.
Something that makes Kenzie very comfortable. Think about it.
They call me a
Lapu
hero
ban. I mean,
because I
we know that
saved my
Rosa
nation
is
from
sort
falling
of a
apart.
cornerstone of the Team Turkey, and just in general, right? When in his in the tenure of the professional career, I'm thinking Valentina is one of those two signature picks. I wonder if we'll get a chance to see it. CC first pick by Team Turkey that was banned out by them in game 1. Grok is now open too.
Yeah, but still, the Gatot is still a pretty good choice.
Yep.
Honestly, for both teams, a good combination with the CC. Malaysia can take that away, but honestly, with how CC feels right now, I feel like it's not that scary. And I wonder if Malaysia didn't want to wait for the jungle pick just a little bit because both Hayabusa and Lancelot are still open, and I feel like both can be piloted quite well by Sakai's. So I kind of like Eve Grok.
Kimi Grok was a pretty
Yeah, Kimi Grok as well, yeah. I go for Hayabusa, yeah.
And just a Grok +1.
So
one of the heroes I miss for Sakai's is the Ling. We will see anytime soon.
I just wait a little bit. Maybe like, I don't know, 6 months.
6 months time we get Ling back in
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh, not Turkey.
Ling isn't even that prevalent in Magic Chess.
No.
Other commanders are really starting to show up.
Yeah.
So Turkey, do they take away that Kimi?
They take Lancelot for sure.
Yep. Before he gets banned out, you need priority in mid. Either Kimi or Eve, both is gonna be amazing. If you're willing, I want to see a Kalia here, something that can answer the Hayabusa, because I feel like Rosa has a lot of tools in his pocket, but looks like they might pick the mid. Oh no, they do pick up the Gatot.
I was thinking it's either or, right? If you take there's definitely a slightly bigger mid lane pool. If they take a mid laner, I think that Gatot high chance is gonna get banned out. But if you want priority, you want someone that has good zone control, durable, trade early, get you priority, and can support a losing lane. Gatot is that hero.
Yep. So Team Malaysia, they have options here. If they want to pick up a gold lane, the Harif is still open, not getting banned out this time. Stormy has been super comfortable with the Kimi. Wouldn't be surprised if he picks it up here. And then later on, ban out heroes like the Farsa, Eve, or just Eve, Lunox, to have that Uranus threat, or at least force Turkey to ban out that Uranus. But instead, they want to show off that Ruby first. So maybe they ignore mid and just take out other gold leaders.
Now this is interesting. High chance is a Lolia Ruby, but who's to say that it's not gonna go to Momo? I don't know. I mean, Uranus is still up. Is it still a good option?
I think Malaysia will just ban out Lunox just in case.
Yeah.
And then just...
It will be a 5th ban Lunox.
Exactly.
You know?
And then Turkey will be like, come on, man. Now I gotta ban out the... Because, again, I would say that CC okay-ish, but not the best.
Ban Angela first.
Okay.
Understandable.
I mean, I don't like Angela, so...
I mean, if they want to ban Luna, it's probably a 5th. Angela almost won the game early on. Almost.
Yeah.
It was also against Team Turkey, funnily enough.
Light me up and
Well,
watch
ban.
the world
We did see Benedetta gold lane. Not that I think this it will be the case this game, but...
I mean, Malaysia, if they're willing to let Momo use the Ruby, Lolia does have a pretty mean gold Cho. So
yeah, that too. He did close out his recent season with Chogo.
So that could also give headache a bit for the Lancelot. But again, this is how Malaysia has been drafting. They create a lot of opportunities. If Malaysia bans out the Lunox here,
I didn't cure the pain.
it looks like not. They're gonna ban out the Valentina, which honestly, considering you have a Grok, good option.
Have a Grog, you have a Ruby, you know, and Rosa known for Valentina. You can respect that. And I just like the way that Team Malaysia drafts. even when you look at red side, red 3 has always been a very powerful pick because you get to protect that pick. But not only that, it creates pivot points for your draft, right?
Your team is
Arla getting banned out too, so now they are reading it into a low. They're reading the Ruby as a low layout pick.
So this should be a mid lane pick, and then you can figure out what kind of last pick do you want. Because if it's a good Uranus game, I think they would be pretty okay with picking that up again. So I feel like between Kimi and Eve really enables another fighter in the lineup.
Oh, they could actually just go for Selena 5th pick again if they want to, right? Like knowing how they sometimes like to function.
reporting for duty.
It is a possibility,
team is
but keep it simple. So the Kimi comes out. They just say Kimi Grok, Kimi Gatot is one of the few staples out there. Now it's Team Turkey's time to figure out a mid lane. I mean, Eve is there.
Or Lunox, because again, it's always in the back of your mind. You need some kind of shredder. I kind of feel like Eve can be a shredder once she does have that Wishing Lantern.
Yeah.
You may not be able to kill the Uranus, but at least you make him a bit scared.
Yeah. Eventually, you will be too much of a threat for him. A good enough deterrent. If we take Lunox though, that means that you have your range when it comes to your threat radius when it comes to these team fights is actually pretty small.
Yep.
And the health bar isn't really as much either without the brilliance. This is gonna be a tough choice.
Born with talent.
Guinevere and the Farsa.
Okay, so it looks like they are going to go for more of a pick-off comp here.
Wait, it's a Guinevere XP, right? Guinevere.
So CC Gold. Or we did see Gato the XP as well.
I mean, what if it's a Lion Slot Go? I don't.
hey.
Gwyn Jungle, you know?
Okay.
Gato support.
Yes.
Easy XP. Or summon.
As long as it's not Farsa jungle, I'm okay.
Technically, we have like 3-4 flex picks in a single draft.
Yeah. So they're trying to confuse Malaysia as well, because hey, even as casters, we don't know what's going on, but Esmeralda does get picked up here. So either way, this is a pretty brawly draft coming in from both teams, but I would say Turkey, it's a little bit more surprising coming in from the Guinevere. But the thing is, you're picking a Guinevere against a Ruby, right? So don't run away, Wolf King. It's pretty good to kind of stop the initiation coming in from the Guinevere. So where's this Guinevere going?
I mean, last we saw is a Guinevere Gold. I guess there's only one way to find out. Although I would say that as brawly as it is, we did come to an agreement that we prefer easier to execute draft, and it's sort of obvious that Malaysia's draft is slightly easier to execute. It is a goal, Guinevere.
Okay, so
wow,
maybe they're like, okay, see, you want to win a 1v1, right? It's like, yeah, okay.
Are you tired of Lolia solo killing you?
Let me get level 2, get inside of a bush, and then I'm gonna go ham. But again, the interaction between the Ruby as well as the Guinevere.
No, wait, it's an Esmeralda.
Oh wait, oh yeah. Okay, so
now it's different.
A little bit different, but I feel like this time, if you start to see the health bars going down a bit, let's go to the side lane, see what's going on.
Okay, observers will help you out. Here we go, into Landon, game 2. It's Team Turkey against Team Malaysia. Same size, this is game 1. Turkey on 2, Team Malaysia on red side. Let's see if it's going to be any different, right? It's a bit of a noob see for Turkey in game 1. The early game was basically a pitfall for them, but game 2 they will have slightly better priority. As I say that, Rosa, dangerous place to be in. Saved by the bell with the Revitalize.
Yeah, but that's quite a good battle spell that Team Malaysia is able to get, and this would allow them to actually start invading inside of jungle. First things first, they're gonna get that little Wanderer, but you look at the positioning coming in from Apex 47, he's already anticipating some kind of aggression coming in from Malaysia. Looks like Malaysia is not gonna go that deep just yet.
And we saw Sigibun win his first 1v1 against Lo Liao. Liao will heal up to almost full health, 80% at that, but at least there's the 1v1 capabilities there. Apex 47 trying to get out of this, doesn't have the Revitalize to work with, so guys who just go into the shadow kill, and that's first blood. Stormy gets punctured by the Phantom Execution of TNZ. His Junes will be forced to flicker away. TNZ finds a double kill.
Yep, good moves coming in from Turkey. Unfortunately, Stormy basically walked into the puncture, getting killed there, but still, Turkey TNZ is already having a big advantage here with a 2-0. Sakai's 1-0. But still, this will help a lot because the Lancelot is much better at securing turtles compared to the Hayabusa.
It instantly helps proxy the top wave 2, frees up Lunar, make sure that no one from Team Malaysia can run interference, so this will be the first turtle for Team Turkey in game number 2. Let's see how they want to push this envelope. We saw a visit from Sakai to the bottom lane onto Siggy Boom. He did have to blow his sticker. Siggy Boom ends up going down again.
So again, looks like they are trading. Team Turkey is trying to get this orange buff, and Malaysia, they are trying to stall it as much as they can. All the while, Sakai's is using the time to actually get the beetle down bottom. So being able to protect your farm as well as giving time for your jungler to get it, this kind of equals it out. Both are having relatively maybe 100 difference of gold.
Turn onto Lunar too. Will be the vengeance out. Burn call actually connecting, but Lunar will be pulled back. Now has to get out. Here comes Doom. Rampart into a charge. Lunar gets put to sleep.
Yep, they make sure that all the resources actually gets its value back, getting a kill onto Lunar, which does look like Team Malaysia, their strategy is also just to make sure that the side lanes don't get to do much. Both Lunar as well as Sigabum already got early kills by getting ganked.
So the side lanes, just like a bit of a repetition from game 1, the side lanes is focused for Team Malaysia. But the core difference is that there's not a substantial goal lead at 3.5 minutes in, which is good. Turkey at Tianzi with 2-0, same as Sakai, so both junglers having a stellar time so far.
I'm wondering what the build that Sigibum is going for. The way that he's been playing kind of feels like damagey, so maybe a Genius one first.
He has lethal ignition. He sure as hell wants to go for the full all-in. But that means that he is pretty fragile. Oh, Sakai gets spawned out by Tianzi. Oh, solo kill opportunity almost obtained. Sakai is forced to back off just as the second turtle spawns.
Yeah, but this should give enough time because the turtle is spawning in 8, and by that time, Sakai's will be in the vicinity. And Team Malaysia, I think they should go for the kill here because Turkey has a lot of ways to all of a sudden initiate a fight, especially with Sigibum here. So I kind of feel like if they're too focused on grabbing the turtle, they might actually get caught.
Concentrated energy done for Sigibum. The same can be said for Yums with the Flicker Tectonic charge. Mentioned that he can keep resetting turtle as long as he has the Earthen Rampart. It will be a slow dance. Find Lunar, he hops away. The traction pulse is out already from Stormy, so there's one ultimate out. Rosa getting gone by Sakai, blasted the shadow on into the shadow kill. Sakai with a solo kill mid.
Yep. And look at that, they want to continue. Momo catches one.
Lunar most likely will go down. Slain. Lunar slain by Momo.
Yep, and this is what Malaysia has to do. They gotta go for the kills because Team Turkey can turn things around. So they made sure that all the checklists are done, and now they're gonna get the turtle for free. And this gives me flashback all the way M4 in Jakarta, where I still remember Rosa on the Farsa being able to deal with Gary on that Hayabusa. And this time Sakai's be like, nope, I'm gonna win this matchup.
And Yums is dangerous enough, just his presence. As Team Malaysia looks to take that bottom tier 1, Apex 47 will stop it with the help of Sigibum and Lunar. Still, cannot really shake off this rock.
All the while we can see both assassins trying to farm up as much as they can. Sakai is getting the top wave. And now basically Tianzi is alternating top wave as well as mid wave. And I don't blame them, considering the amount of damage, and every single time they're in a fight, someone is going down. This is going to be a good opportunity. I'm just worried a little bit for Rosa if he doesn't get enough farm. Even if he does hit the Feather S-Strike, I'm just worried it's not going to be enough damage.
It's going to take a while. Sakai has been proving time and time again that he's very hard to navigate around. Right? Those shadows has been on point. Apex 47 top quadrant of the map. Might have seen Sakai's crossing by. Team Malaysia will get the bottom tier 1 already.
Has been destroyed.
So 2.2k gold advantage. Next turtle up in less than 50 seconds.
Yep. So it has been relatively quiet coming in from both teams. Probably understanding it's not the time to fight, especially for Team Turkey, because Sigibum is going to build damage. So maybe he does want 2 to 3 items. And having that concentrated energy first, probably not going to go for too much big wombo combo. It's more about sustained fights, using a lot more basic attacks. So maybe down the line, either a Starlium Scythe or the Wishing... sorry, hold on. Rosa gets caught again by Sakai's!
Again, able to stick his shadow onto Thorn Queen. Mid tier 1 now goes down for Turkey. And something worth mentioning is also that in Turkey's sieging capabilities are close to non-existent. Sieging structures with this lineup is going to be a pain.
Super Mario Cap Stacker. Flip the card and stack the caps. Can you place them gently enough without knocking them over? Super Mario Cap Stacker.
Super Mario blow up shaky tower. Place Mario in his...
Looking for an opportunity. Lolio just keep showing up.
Watch out for Yums. And he's gonna flicker forward instantly into a rampart tectonic charge. Not the best setup he's been looking for to get the taunt on the Sakai's. Turkey with the punish. And Turtle will be secured.
Malaysia, good attempt, but again, not the cleanest. Coming in from Humes. And because of that, Sakai's was caught. That was a shutdown, getting over to Turkey. And now Stormy as well is getting chased.
Gonna try and swing on him with the yo-yo. Sigibum, tired of the shenanigans, slays him right underneath his turret. And Tianzi now gets to freestyle a little bit in the mid lane too. Turkey has definitely cut down the goal disadvantage. Lo Liao can't really stop him. Just needs to get to the puncture range, and there he is. Tianzi is out.
And it looks like Team Turkey, they're pretty focused on making sure that Sakai's and Stormy don't have a good time. Even from game number 1, these are the prime targets. Everyone else, you know, if the opportunity's there, we're gonna take it.
Yeah, they shut down the YSS trio, as you call it. Take away the crucial components. Some semblance of control for Team Turkey. The flicker will be back up for Yums in 50 seconds. He can make another big play, which will be around the Lord pin most likely, as Luna cashes in on the Brute Force breastplate. Rosa sees Stormy. Team Malaysia now moves together in a 4-1 formation.
Yeah, and all the while, Tianzi is still farming up, level 13. Sakai's is only level 12 here. And Tianzi, I kind of feel like he might have an item advantage over Sakai. Stormy now does have the Bloodwing, so able to survive just a little bit more. And Tianzi just finished up the Endless Battle, so the damage of the basic attack is going to be much more now. So Team Turkey, Tianzi only has 2 kills. So even if Malaysia is able to take him down, he's not going to give over a shutdown gold.
Plus point for Tianzi right now is that he is ahead in experience. If it comes down to a Lord fight, Tianzi will have a better chance on rolling that Retribution secure. Sakai is forced away from top tier 1, so no objective for him. Fumes also scouted out. Now the game plan for Team Malaysia has shifted a little bit. It's not like the previous game when it's easy to catch a target and finish them off. This time Team Turkey have learned their lesson, and in dangerous grass, having that awareness is going to be the difference maker between life and death.
And again, we talk about how the draft is very brawly for both teams. Team Turkey, unless they get a kill, it's going to be hard to get objectives. Speaking of which, holy crystal on Sigibum.
Yeah, they tried to set up an ambush on Team Malaysia's side to catch Sigibum, but he was aware enough. I feel like he threw a projectile into the bush. So no secure on the dash. Stormy did use the traction pulse earlier on too. Guinevere is not the easiest to catch. And you have Apex 47 in the wings. They don't know where he is.
Oh, look at that. Apex 47 trying to go for the flanks here. Both Lunar and Apex 47 might try to go for a combo play. Apex 47 now having the dominance ice. Team Malaysia, they're going to go for the long lane, making sure that all the minions are properly taken care of. It looks like Team Turkey, they're basically doing the same thing.
Yeah. And Rosa even face checked the bush with the wings by wings too. This is starting to feel a bit uneasy for both teams. Liao on a big flank. Again, Sigibum spots him out. Action pulse committed from Stormy. It's going to be a long drawn-out tangle between both teams.
And all the while, Malaysia is just playing the macro game, because look at that. Sakai's pushed it once, and now the minions has gotten the turret, and Loliel is stopping anyone from Team Turkey to go and clean up the lane. So they could just wait it out, and the minions can do all the dirty work. Like, look at that, the stacking down on bottom. That is huge, and Loliel is preventing anyone from answering that wave.
Turkey hasn't flinched yet, but they might reach that breaking point very soon. A full combo onto Lo Liao, but the damage enough though. Lo Liao easily walks away without expending much. Purify is still out. Team Malaysia turns onto the Lord. No Violent Requiem for Sigibum. A key spell in his arsenal, and Sakai's gets the Lord. Sigibum out of the fight. Apex 47 would just have to take the punishment as Luna hops to safety. Uses the flicker forward on a Rosa. AOG in. Apex disengages and Tianzi is out. Team Malaysia get the objective, but no casualties on Turkey's side.
This is beautiful coming in from Malaysia. The moment they understand it's very risky to go for a fight, they start playing the macro, and Loliel really showing up his willingness for the team. Understanding, I don't have to be a part of the fight. I just need to stop people from moving. And he did it so well. They were able to get a tier 2 for free.
Yep.
Able to distract 2 members of Team Turkey, not die, making it into a 4v3. And Malaysia just won it all because Loliel helped out.
And they caught Tianzi. Oh, perfect crowd control chain. First death of the Lancelot this game, and in a crucial moment too. 30 seconds for him to come back, and that's 30 seconds without him. We did say that this draft from Turkey is pretty bad at sieging. Well, guess what? Defending isn't their strong suit either. They need Rosa and Tianzi isn't around. Rosa with a feather airstrike, tries to play with Sakai. The Sakai just gets the finisher. That was very ambitious from the Thorn Queen. Turkey are now down 2 men. Lord still relatively healthy. Tianzi will be back in 5, but 5 seconds might be too long. As Loliel finds the finisher, Luna pops the vengeance. They get the shutdown onto Apex 47, and Team Malaysia finds another clean sweep over Team Turkey.
In 13 minutes, Team Malaysia, even though it had problems in the mid game, but still they were able to come back using the macro. And you can imagine Arcade just looking at Skies and be like, you have one job. Make sure Rosa doesn't get to play the game, and that's it, man. Like, the Malaysian team, every single player had their jobs, and every single one of them executed to the T.
And I think it's fair to say that, you know, it definitely didn't live up fully to the expectations of what the series could have entailed. But in the grand scheme of things, Team Malaysia did a fantastic job. Clean as a whistle. I don't think there's any room for complaints after that display in this Group A bout, most likely guaranteeing a first place finish in the group. But for now, let's hand it over to our lovely host, Rose, on the stage to talk to Team Malaysia about their 2-0 victory over Team Turkey.
Another 2-0 for Team Malaysia. This WEC 2025 one step closer to clinching that back-to-back championship. And with me here right now from Team Malaysia, we have Yums and Stormy. Hello, boys. Congratulations on that win.
Hello. Thank you.
How are you feeling today?
Yeah, good.
What about you, Stormy? How are you feeling today?
Yeah, very good.
Very good. Now, we could see from the game that you guys are actually feeling good. A pretty dominatingly 2-0. Did you actually expect that clean sweep? Or did you expect something more?
Yeah, we expect clean sweep.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we prepare very well.
Oh, since you say you prepared very well, what was the preparation that went into the games today? Because I know you guys are actually very packed. You have a lot of tournaments coming up. What have you guys been preparing and how?
I think we just take it step by step, you know? Yeah.
Wow. Somebody's stepping up on his PR skills. I love that. Stormy, what about you? How are you guys juggling with your schedule? How are you guys juggling your schedule? Juggling your schedule. How do you do 2 things at once? How do you multitask, Stormy?
Kenapa?
You have a lot of tournaments lined up. So how are you multitasking? How are you guys juggling with the stress and the pressure that comes with representing Malaysia?
I think we're kind of used to it, so I think it's normal for us. Yeah.
Normal. You guys are totally used to this kind of schedule. And now another question would be, going in deeper into the competition, what country do you guys actually want to meet really badly? Especially since there's no Philippines this time around.
In this tournament?
Yes.
For sure,
Indonesia. Why Indonesia?
Because we lost to them, right? TLID in the M series.
Oh, yes! I totally forgot about that. So are you guys coming in with your revenge storyline?
Yeah.
Against Team Indonesia?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure everybody is excited for that matchup. You know what, Stormy? Pretty much a full house today. Is there anything you want to say to the Malaysian fans supporting your journey?
Thank you so much for coming today, and see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.
All right, we will be seeing Team Malaysia tomorrow. That is it from us. And with that, let us show it back to the casters to give us a rundown on what happened in this amazing series.
Thank you very much, Rose. And again, congratulations to Team Malaysia. And looking forward to see Team Turkey coming back in their upcoming matches. But now we gotta talk about this Team Malaysia 13-minute game. It started quite well, especially for TNZ. But then after that, Malaysia was like, okay, we're not gonna fight.
Yeah, it's like, oh wow, the Lancer got 2 kills, but plan B, contingency plan. But we instantly nip the problem in the bud. We don't let Turkey get any advantage, and we shut it down. This is a very interesting approach from Team Turkey. I think this Guinevere goal lane has her merits, but in this situation, ease of execution is all we're looking for. And I think for Team Turkey, they had an idea, they tried to execute it. It was a good try. Right? All things considered, was a good try, but Esmeralda sort of fixed that problem. I think Liao has had a fantastic series today in his goal lane matchup. Sigiboom, if you take his collective KD from both games, he is 1-8, thanks to Team Malaysia.
Well, not great, right? Not amazing, but yeah. Basically, Team Malaysia is like, okay, TNZ is doing well, so how about we fight away from him, right? Wherever. So it's like, okay, let's go to the side lane, right? Lancelot's not gonna be there, so we take the fight somewhere else. And now we gotta talk about the Hall of Famers here. Sakai still being the goal hunter, generating the most amount of gold. And this time, Lolia is like, okay, you know what? Even if the camera's not on me, I'm gonna be there in stats. The GOAT as well as the tanker, taking the most and dealing the most.
I'm gonna extend the fight so long, and I'm gonna flank to make sure that they have to watch me on cam. Still, I mean, I feel like you probably said, hey guys, TNC just got double kill. You know what? Let's come and take Sigiboom down again for the 10th time.
I'm really feeling like Loliel and Momo be like, we're not gonna have too much opportunities like this.
Yep.
We're not gonna be playing with Yum, Stormy, and Sakai's all the time, so we're gonna take that opportunity. Speaking of which, Sakai's is the MVP here coming in from Malaysia. And honestly, the damage per minute isn't that high because he doesn't need to deal that much damage. He just goes in, bursts you out, and then hey.
I think another explanation why his DPM is not as high as as the average. His targets die too fast.
Yeah.
They don't live long enough for him to do damage. Have you seen how fast Rosa went down?
Oh yeah. And basically that's his primary target, right?
Yeah. So with all consideration, it's pretty high DPM.
Pretty high DPM. We gotta go over to the highlights here to see what really progressed in the game, because again, Team Turkey had a very strong early game when TNZ gets the double kill, and then afterwards there was one botch engage coming in from Malaysia, and that's basically both where Turkey was able to do well, and Malaysia just don't do the same mistake again.
Yeah, it's pretty hilarious though. Stormy used the jetpack right into the Phantom Execution, but the rest is as we saw, right? Like the pickoffs from Team Malaysia, we obviously also saw the this one. It was kind of weird. Can see the idea, but the whole sequence does take quite a while. So Team Turkey was able to respond to that in time. The only oopsie I feel like from Team Malaysia was that moment, and for the rest of the game, it was Team Malaysia basically bringing it back.
Essentially using the map to their advantage, because I really feel like they understood that the Guinevere as well as the CC, even if they get to the lane, they don't really clear it that fast.
Yeah.
That's the problem between both heroes, right? So as long as Lolia makes sure that they don't get there, even if they do get there, it's gonna be so long for them to clear it out that basically they can do things everywhere else, like the Lord that they secured.
Yeah, like by the time the crystal blew up, only the Lord went down. So again, they are not good at sieging, but they're also pretty horrible at defending against a Lord push. All things considered, there were definitely some holes that need to be plugged. But good news is that Team Turkey still have chances, right? This is still the group stage. I personally am looking forward to Team Turkey in the playoffs and see where we meet them. But for now, Team Malaysia up 2-0 in Group A.
And they are the defending champions, man. So it looks like they are showing up, especially playing here in their hometown. But after this, we do have one more match. It's going to be Indonesia going up against Romania. And Indonesia, I do want to see, after Malaysia, day one, it's okay. Day two, super clean. I wonder how Indonesia is going to respond to that as well. Day one, iffy performance. Day two, hey, maybe, more explosive.
Yeah, I mean, both teams had I wouldn't say a shaky start, but it's like a slow warm-up, right, on day one. Even yesterday against Kazakhstan.
Wobbly, just a little bit.
Yeah, some speed bump. Indonesia, they did get 2 over Kazakhstan yesterday. Almost got dropped by Leomor Jungle.
Yep.
Maybe Team Romania
Pretty
also
scary.
has some secret up their sleeve that can spice things up a little bit.
So the secrets that we saw today, Iritel didn't work out. The Guinevere didn't work out, at least in gold. I feel like jungle's still pretty solid.
We saw Benedetta go once.
We see the
Worked
Leomor.
out well until a point, and then it just imploded.
Well, with that being said, again, congratulations to Malaysia, but it's not over for Turkey just yet. They got to battle it out until eventually going to the lower bracket, and then, hey, you just got to survive up until that point. But again, we do have one more match here in the WEC 25. Indonesia going up against Romania. And again, this is all to determine basically where they survive inside of that group. We're going for a very short break here, but after this, it will be the final match of today for WEC 2025. So we'll see you guys in a bit.
To be in the zone, gamers need true support. One that's in sync with your body at every angle. Takes your weight without pressure. Fully adjustable to cradle your spine and adapts as you shift in your seat. True ergonomic alignment to achieve your perfect gaming form.
Ternyata data habis? Jangan risau. Tukar ke Red One Mobile untuk data pantas 5G Extra. Nak peran data telefon? Red One Mobile kan ada.
In the waterfalls, in the wishing well. Now I get plenty coin, but I'm self-made. You ain't gotta wish me well. You ain't like me then, but I guess it's past tense, cause you tapped in. You was never who you said. I see the facade when looking, it really be like you could tell. My guard up, I ain't taking nails. If it's not in my favor, won't sign a deal. I got the royalty in the mail. I got authority in the field. Take a look in my iris. I be precise with the timing. I move on a touch that's the high risk. I never know where my mind went.
Saldonya gratis, tarik tunainya gratis. Murah, 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 selalu harga murah. Di aplikasi GoPay selalu ada harga murah. Download dah.
Every champion starts with one moment. Activate your place in the world of esports. Compete, manage, track, dominate. Everything you need in one platform. Gear up for WEC 25. For results, streams, and more, visit isf.gg.
To be in the zone, gamers need true support. One that's in sync with your body at every angle. Takes your weight without pressure. Fully adjustable to cradle your spine and adapts as you shift in your seat. True ergonomic alignment to achieve your perfect gaming form.
Data habis? Jangan risau. Tukar ke Red One Mobile untuk data pantas 5G Extra. Nak peran data telefon, Red One Mobile kan ada.
In the waterfalls, in the wishing well. Now I get plenty coin, but you self-made. You ain't gotta wish me well. You ain't like me then, but I guess it's past tense, cause you tapped in. You was never who you said. I see the facade when looking at really me. I can tell my guard up. I ain't taking nails. If it's not in my favor, won't sign a deal. I got the royalty in the mill. I got authority in the field. Take a look in my iris. I be precise with the timing. I move on a tip at the high risk. I never know where my mind went.
Every champion starts with one moment. Activate your place in the world of esports. Compete, manage, track, dominate. Everything you need in one platform. Gear up for WEC 25. For results, streams, and more, visit isf.gg.
To be in the zone, gamers need true support. One that's in sync with your body at every angle. Takes your weight without pressure. Fully adjustable to cradle your spine and adapts as you shift in your seat. True ergonomic alignment to achieve your perfect Gaining form.
Data habis? Jangan risau. Tukar ke Red One Mobile untuk data pantas 5G Extra. Nak peran data telefon, Red One Mobile kan ada.
Coin in the waterfalls in the wishing well. Now I get plenty coin, but I'm self-made. You ain't gotta wish me well. You ain't like me then, but I guess it's past tense, cause you tapped in. You was never who you said. I see the facade when looking, it really be like you could tell. My guard up, I ain't taking nails. If it's not in my favor, won't sign a deal. I got the royalty in the mail. I got authority in the field. Take a look in my iris. I be precise with the timing. I move on a touch that's the high risk. I never know where my mind went.
Every champion starts with one moment. Activate your place in the world of esports. Compete, manage, track, dominate. Everything you need in one platform. Gear up for WEC 25. For results, streams, and more, visit isf.gg.
To be in the zone, gamers need true support. One that's in sync with your body at every angle. Takes your weight without pressure. Fully adjustable to cradle your spine and adapts as you shift in your seat. True ergonomic alignment to achieve your perfect gaming form.
Data habis? Jangan risau. Tukar ke Red One Mobile untuk data pantas 5G Extra. Nak peran data telefon, Red One Mobile kan ada.
waterfalls in the wishing well. Now I get plenty coin, but I'm self-made. You ain't gotta wish me well. You ain't like me then, but I guess it's past tense, cause you tapped in. You was never who you said. I see the facade when looking, it really be like you could tell. My guard up, I ain't taking nails. If it's not in my favor, won't sign a deal. I got the royalty in the mill. I got authority in the field. Take a look in my iris. I be precise with the timing. I move on a tuck that's the high risk. I never know where my mind went.
Every champion starts with one moment. Activate your place in the world of esports. Compete, manage, track, dominate. Everything you need in one platform. Gear up for WEC 25. For results, streams, and more, visit isf.gg.
To be in the zone, gamers need true support. One that's in sync with your body at every angle. It takes your weight without pressure. Fully adjustable to cradle your spine and adapts as you shift in your seat. True ergonomic alignment to achieve your perfect gaming form.
Data habis? Jangan risau. Tukar ke Red One Mobile untuk data pantas 5G Extra. Nak peran data telefon, Red One Mobile kan ada.
In the waterfalls in the wishing well. Now I get plenty coin, but I'm self-made. You ain't gotta wish me well. You ain't like me then, but I guess it's past tense, cause you tapped in. You was never who you said. I see the facade when looking, it really be like you could tell. My guard up, I ain't taking nails. If it's not in my favor, won't sign a deal. I got the royalty in the mill. I got authority in the field. Take a look in my iris. I be precise with the timing. I move on a tuck that's the high risk. I never know where my mind went.
Kita enak, bernutrisi lagi.
Cimory Yogurt Stick dengan kebaikan susu dan 99% yogurt.
Dimakan buku kayak es krim.
Bikin lagi yuk.
Ayo.
Yogurt beku, bantu penuhi nutrisimu.
Every champion starts with one moment. Activate your place in the world of esports. Compete, manage, track, dominate. Everything you need in one platform. Gear up for WEC 25. For results, streams, and more, visit isf.gg.
To be in the zone, gamers need true support. One that's in sync with your body at every angle. Takes your weight without pressure. Fully adjustable to cradle your spine and adapts as you shift in your seat. True ergonomic alignment to achieve your perfect gaming form.
Data habis? Jangan risau. Tukar ke Red One Mobile untuk data pantas 5G Extra. Nak peran data telefon, Red One Mobile kan ada.
In the waterfalls, in the wishing well. Now I get plenty coin, but I'm self-made. You ain't gotta wish me well. You ain't like me then, but I guess it's past tense, cause you tapped in. You was never who you said. I see the facade when looking at really me. That you can tell my guard up. I ain't taking L's. If it's not in my favor, won't sign a deal. I got the royalty in the mail. I got authority in the field. Take a look in my iris. I be precise with the timing. I move on a touch that's the high risk. I never know where my mind went.
starts with one moment. Activate your place in the world of esports. Compete, manage, track, dominate. Everything you need in one platform. Gear up for WEC 25. For results, streams, and more, visit isf.gg.
To be in the zone, gamers need true support. One that's in sync with your body at every angle. Takes your weight without pressure. Fully adjustable to cradle your spine and adapts as you shift in your seat. True ergonomic alignment to achieve your perfect gaming form.
Data habis? Jangan risau. Tukar ke Red One Mobile untuk data pantas 5G Extra. Nak peran data telefon? Red One Mobile kan ada.
Aquabeats Nail Studio. Welcome to the cutest nail party ever. Place the kit, put on the stickers. Cool. Just add water. Now decorate with gems and charms. Let's try them on your nail. Just brush with water and place it. Trendy designs. Aquabeats Nail Studio.
It's Aquabeats Design Factory, loving your creations. Loads of beads for you to make, spray, flip, and keep on creating. It's Aquabeats Design Factory, loving your creations.
Toss a coin in the waterfalls in the wishing well. Now I get plenty coin, but I'm self-made. You ain't gotta wish me well. You ain't like me then, but I guess it's past tense, cause you tapped in. You was never who you said. I see the facade when looking, it really be like you can tell. My guard up, I ain't taking nails. If it's not in my favor, won't sign a deal. I got the royalty in the mail. I got authority in the field. Take a look in my iris. I be precise with the timing. I move on a tuck that's the high risk. I never know where my mind went.
Every champion starts with one moment. Activate your place in the world of esports. Compete, manage, track, dominate. Everything you need in one platform. Gear up for WEC 25. For results, streams, and more, visit isf.gg.
To be in the zone, gamers need true support. One that's in sync with your body at every angle. Takes your weight without pressure. Fully adjustable to cradle your spine and adapts as you shift in your seat. True ergonomic alignment to achieve your perfect Gaming form.
Data? Data habis? Jangan risau. Tukar ke Red One Mobile untuk data pantas 5G Extra. Nak peran data telefon, Red One Mobile kan ada.
In the waterfalls, in the wishing well. Now I get plenty coin, I'm self-made. You ain't gotta wish me well. You ain't like me then, but I guess it's past tense, cause you tapped in. You was never who you said. I see the facade when looking, it really be like you could tell. My guard up, I ain't taking nails. If it's not in my favor, won't sign a deal. I got the royalty in the mail. I got authority in the field. Take a look in my iris. I be precise with the timing. I move on a tuck like the high risk. I never know where my mind went.
Every champion starts with one moment. Activate your place in the world of esports. Compete, manage, track, dominate. Everything you need in one platform. Gear up for WEC 25. For results, streams, and more, visit isf.gg.
To be in the zone, gamers need true support. One that's in sync with your body at every angle. It takes your weight without pressure. Fully adjustable to cradle your spine and adapts as you shift in your seat. True ergonomic alignment to achieve your perfect gaming form.
Data? Data habis? Jangan risau. Tukar ke Red One Mobile untuk data pantas 5G Extra. Nak peran data telefon, Red One Mobile kan ada.
Swimming in the waterfalls, in the wishing well. Now I get plenty coin, I'm self-made. You ain't gotta wish me well. You ain't like me then, but I guess it's past tense, cause you tapped in. You was never who you said. I see the facade when looking, it really be like you could tell. My guard up, I ain't taking nails. If it's not in my favor, won't sign a deal. I got the royalty in the mail. I got authority in the field. Take a look in my iris. I be precise with the timing. I move on a tuck like the high risk. I never know where my mind went.
Every champion starts with one moment. Activate your place in the world of esports. Compete, manage, track, dominate. Everything you need in one platform. Gear up for WEC 25. For results, streams, and more, visit isf.gg.
To be in the zone, gamers need true support. One that's in sync with your body at every angle. Takes your weight without pressure. Fully adjustable to cradle your spine and adapts as you shift in your seat. True ergonomic alignment to achieve your perfect gaming form.
Data? Data habis? Jangan risau. Tukar ke Red One Mobile untuk data pantas 5G Extra. Nak peran data telefon, Red One Mobile kan ada.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the final match of today. It's going to be Indonesia going up against Romania here in the World Esports Championship. My name is Fel. Alongside with me is Husky. We had an amazing day so far, so hopefully this matchup can close it out nicely.
Yeah, we had definitely quite a shocker just now after Team Malaysia took down Team Turkey in a very sweeping 2-0 fashion. But coming up is another one that I personally feel like is a blind box opening. We have Team Indonesia against Team Romania.
And we would like to say thank you to everyone watching the World Esports Championship 2025 live from Kuala Lumpur. And the global event is proudly organized by ISF as well as MESF, with ESI as our strategic partner and generously supported by KBS, Rakan Muda, and Rakan Digital, and our official partners Red One, EQ, as well as Solos Merch, Monster Energy, CK Music, and of course, our official chair partner, Razor. Thank you very much, because this event so far has been absolutely amazing, Husky.
Yep.
And now going up Indonesia, going against Romania. Southeast Asia is, again, I would say the home of MLBB, but I feel like this meta makes it so that basically anyone can play it.
If I remember correctly, today Iran also had to play their game as well. They got a 2-0 win earlier on, and we did say yesterday after we saw them up against Team Malaysia that they are potential. So as much as we are in the heart and soul of Mobile Legends here in SEA, we still have to give respect to all the other teams from different countries that we don't get to see often, because they have shown their flair. We have seen concepts that work, concepts that can be worked on, and concepts that have been tried and tested but failed. But either way, it's the versatility that makes it enjoyable.
And honestly, the players here have been amazing. They've been very nice, talking to fans. Even able to meet Super Light and Super Shady outside, I believe, from South Africa. Couldn't talk too much with them because we had to prepare for this one. But hey, shout outs to you guys. And now, speaking of which, in this matchup, we've seen quite different flares, because we see Malaysia more of a zoning team. We see that in terms of the fastest game time as well, we heard that Mongolia going up against Bolivia and sorry, Myanmar or Mongolia, but either way, it ended around 8 minutes. So we had, I would say, quite short game times here in the World Esport Championship.
Yeah,
8 minutes, 10 minutes, 11 minutes, 12 minutes.
Like 8 minutes, like basically before the lore spawns, right? So we had, I think the longest game was by far was today, that it went past like half an hour in the.
It was Mongolia, by the way. Mongolia going up against Bolivia.
Yeah.
8 minutes, 24 seconds.
Yeah, so we had the longest game so far, like half an hour, and the shortest game so far today, which was off screen. But for those who want a quick refresher on the matches that we have today, we are in our final best of 3. Indonesia up against Romania. And like I say, it's like a blind box opening. I don't know what to expect from Romania, and that's what makes it exciting.
I just want them to be able to either shut down Ezekiel or able to punish the front line that is protecting him, because it is very clear for Indonesia, Ezekiel is the reliable carry for the team, and either shut him down directly or make sure that the other members around him aren't able to protect him that well.
And even yesterday, we saw Kazakhstan. They had a very interesting approach to their game 2 against Indonesia with that Leomord jungle. And we also saw, the moments where Indonesia sort of start getting a bit sloppy on their housekeeping, right? Like, and ended up it being quite a slugfest in game 2. But they themselves also have shown some of their pocket picks. The Kabuki Claw, the Natan also got picked in the gold lane as well. So this is going to be pretty interesting. I'm looking for some surprises from Romania. Maybe they also have some secret recipe that we haven't seen.
I mean, that's probably how you deal with powerhouses, right? Where you get a pick that they aren't too entirely sure how it functions, when's the power spike, and then you surprise them. But I kind of feel like Indonesia, they should not be surprised anymore, because I feel like day one is like, okay, the competition is there, so we gotta lock in, and I feel like going up against Romania, they gotta lock in.
Yeah, I mean, Indonesia even yesterday, Indonesia as a team is also a roster that has a lot of their own surprise picks.
Yes, of course.
Right? So if they are already good at putting out surprises, I think being caught off guard is probably a second nature to them. They probably don't feel too stressed out.
Yep.
Nih, masih ada hadiahnya. Mau yang lebih heboh? Kamu bisa belanja di Shopee 12.12 Birthday Sale, Midnight Sale. Ada flash sale iPhone 12 rupiah tiap 10 menit, diskon sampai dengan 1,2 juta, potongan langsung 10.000 dan gratis ongkir 0 rupiah.
With the heart of heroes and a team that fight as one, for the heart of a nation, for the pride of its people, the world will welcome their newest hero tonight. Put your hands up for Team Romania!
And now from the heart of Southeast Asia, a team known for explosive aggression, lightning fast rotations, and unmatched synergy. Give it up for Team Indonesia! And now with both teams on stage, ready to perform in the final match of the day here in the World Esports Championship, we invite both of them to do a fist bump before we officially start the match.
Last point of physical contact before we hit into the land of dawn. Another exciting series coming up. The odds in favor of Team Indonesia by public opinion, but I'm always looking for an upset. But before we head into the draft and even the map selection, let's take a look at the main five of our competitors, starting with Team Indonesia. We have Aran, Joe, Yehescu, Kabuki, and Witty.
I gotta say, Joe as well really surprised us yesterday with both the Fanny as well as the Lancelot. More on the Lancelot, man. Seems basically uncatchable. Fanny sure had a bit of trouble because, again, the Leo mode all of a sudden became a problem, and there was Kalia in the mix as well. So I think it is going to be pretty difficult for Romania to target ban Indonesia here because they got a lot of power picks.
If there's any member on the side of Team Indonesia I'm looking at to step up a little bit, it's definitely Aran. You know, yesterday, even though they got the 2-0 win, Aran definitely had a couple of moments that made you question kind of the thoughts behind it. Let's take a look at Team Romania's lineup. And Aran's going to be going up against Karti alongside Danzo, Skyler, Nicky, and Taki.
Yeah, here again, going up against Indonesia is just that you gotta be aware that aggression is the name of the game coming in from Indonesia. So I feel like, especially for Romania, the draft is gonna be very important, where not only do you have to have picks that can survive, but also maybe you have to take away from Indonesia, right? I'm looking at the Grok, I'm looking at Eve coming in from Ezekiel, and the thing is, Jushin, Lancelot, Yisun-Shin, Hayabusa. The thing is, the list goes on and on and on and on. Kalia, Cho. There's too much, man.
Teams have tried to challenge Indonesia, and one of their favorite playstyle, you know, the all brawl it out, just brawl knuckles, you know, all fists, no weapons. But let's see.
Gloves are off.
Gloves are off. I want to see if Team Romania wants to head down that path, right? Are they willing to take Indonesia on with that playstyle, directly challenge them in these small but spontaneous skirmishes, or will they go a different route?
Something specifically I want to see is a lot of wave clear as well as scaling. Doesn't matter if it's coming from mid, jungle, or the gold lane, because I feel like going up against Indonesia, very explosive. They tend to end the game pretty fast. If you're able to survive earlier on, it's kind of like growing your hair out, right? There'll be a point where it's a bit awkward, but hey, after a while, it looks pretty good. So I kind of feel like that's a route that Romania can go through, but again, it is pretty risky trying to hold out against a powerhouse like Indonesia.
And we have seen Indonesia yesterday go for two very different approaches. They have played, actually, now that I think about it, both their games, they play a traditional marksman, right?
Yep.
Both games were late game scaling marksman, Claude and Natan, but they also have very fast-paced heroes like Fanny, Lancelot, a great priority mid with the Grok and the Eve. And they are one of the few teams that is willing to pick the Eve in the very early phases of the game. So if there's any takeaway, we just say get rid of the Eve or make her uncomfortable. See if Team Romania will heed that advice and maybe just force Yehescu onto another hero.
I mean, if we see them giving Ezekiel the Eve, I'm looking forward to see if they're willing to go for a dive, right? Because I feel like a hero that could potentially deal with Indonesia is the Yuzong.
Oh, yeah.
The Lapu might struggle just a little bit because he himself is self-sustaining, but Yuzong enables the team to actually go for the fight because that AoE Furious Dive can really change a team fight where Lapu is more of a distraction that could actually kill you.
I mean, Iran did prove that earlier on too, and even I think Team Argentina in the women's division also did it as well. The Yuzong has been quite a staple pick in some of the games we've seen. Not so much in SCA, but also because it has been banned out, right? We saw Team Malaysia ban the Yuzong twice against Turkey in our previous best of 3. But if there's one thing we know, that is that the Indonesia, that country, they were one of the first few countries that really brought the Yuzong back into the XP lane.
Yeah, bringing Cho in the gold as well.
Yeah.
In terms of bans, I'm thinking they might still ban the Kimi. That is definitely a notable ban that Indonesia does not want any other team to have. So yeah, I just don't know when it comes to what Romania has in store for us. because it's either go crazy early or crazy late. It looks like playing for the mid game is a bit tougher in this patch compared to the previous ones.
An observation I actually made was also if you don't have enough information about your opponents, and in this case, you might not expect the more simpler approach to the game, the Angela +1, right? It was attempted earlier on. It didn't result in a win, sadly. We saw it was like Angela Benedetta goal. Didn't result in a win, but it was able to bring that game to a state where it was even. And that could be a direction.
Yeah, I would say it was not the Benedetta and Angela fault in terms of the picks, right? It was more on the decision making where we saw Benedetta try to 1v5.
Yeah.
And the thing about Angela is after 11 minutes, the shield is negligible. Even a Grok basic attack can destroy the shield. So your timing with Angela is trying to end the game by 10 minutes.
And that could be that could be a secret recipe, right? You speed up the game. I remember specifically like this roster, Team Indonesia, one of their playstyles is also they love very fast early game, right? Level 2, level 3 ganks. You've seen Yo do it basically every single time he has the opportunity to. If you can stop the agency from Team Indonesia and you can limit the amount of window that they sometimes try to forcefully create and just drag it to an even state before the first hurdle fight, I think it will put Team Romania in a more comfortable position.
Well, right now we got to look at the map that's going to be played here. It's going to be dangerous grass, and I really feel like Indonesia is going to be liking this map quite a lot because Witty as a roamer, he basically can use it all. We've seen him use Agatha, which is great, but in the previous World Series, using picks like the Cho, and I'm pretty sure he might still be able to use the chip. So there's many different ways that makes Weedy gonna be quite a threat here in Dangerous Grass.
He's also a Khalid player, so that's something that he could whip out if push comes to shove. They don't call him Weedy the Wise for no reason. He's one of like the bigger brains on.
Plus his actual name.
Yeah, and it's like their historical run 2 years ago, right? From basically an academy, a Division 2 team to the world's second best team. Doesn't come easy.
Yep. And now we're just waiting on the draft here. So I feel like looking at the expression of the players, look like both teams are looking pretty comfortable here.
Yeah.
Probably had a lot of warm-up time leading up to this match here.
Yeah. My biggest, I don't know what concern, but it's just like, wonder how much of the food is right? We had some good recommendations yesterday. Let's go into the drafting phase. Hayabusa first pick instantly for Indonesia. The bans are also pretty interesting because it's Indonesia themselves that bans out the Yves, Betot, and Suyo. First we get the YSS Lancelot and Baxia banned from Romania, so that leaves Joy as one of the final prime assassins.
Yep. So is there something else we're missing? Yeah, probably not. Probably it's just Joy. Other than that, it's more fighter-ish, right?
I mean, Grok is open.
Yeah, Hayabusa picked up here. Grok. Jushin, I think, is fine because there's not a lot of mid laners that can deal with the Hayabusa. So yeah, Grok, Jushin picked up. So Indonesia, I'm thinking they want to reply by picking up if they want, they can pick up a Harif now before it gets banned out. If they still want to go for that traditional marksman. And then maybe pick up...
Calm and cool, just like us.
Oh, they pick up quite early here. The Uranus and Kimi.
Kimi and Uranus. So...
I think Romania, if they can play a Lunox Gold, might not be a bad time to pick it up now.
Yeah, you can take Lunox Gold, you could ban Harif. I mean, even then, unless we go back to basics again, it's traditional marksman, late game scaling marksman. That could be an approach. I mean, we haven't really seen much answers to the Uranus. The Esmeralda is another one.
Oh yeah, true.
Could expect if you want setup, there's the Arlet, but then you essentially have to put your damage in the goal lane jungler basket. Go for the Yuzong, not really the direct solution, but does give you that backline dive. Quite a headache to deal with as a Kimi, even with the Purify. As proven by yesterday's matchup by Stormy.
Yep. Going up against Enders.
Enders, yes.
Shout out to Enders coming in from Iran. Amazing Yuzong player. So yeah, Romania looks like they're going for more dive here, Husky. Having the Grok, having the Yuzong, and honestly, even the Jushin, one of the tankier mages in the game, able to survive against a Hayabusa, but also a pretty good follow-up in case your frontliners do want to go for a fight. So it does seem like they're going to try as hard as they can to deal with Ezekiel. It's just that they need a shredder. That's the thing that their draft does not have right now. They have initiation. They don't have a shred.
Leia ban. Like it. Zero has sort of fallen out the spotlight for quite considerably. Sometimes not even picked or banned. Banny banned by Indonesia. Okay.
So really respecting the jungler here coming in from Romania, because at this point, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 junglers have been banned out.
So now it's between Joy and Frederick.
Or Leomord.
Leomord.
Hey, I'm just saying.
It could be.
Almost won the game.
Could be the Danzo special here.
What other heroes that has? Oh wait, we also have to consider Guinevere inside of the jungle.
Yes.
Right, Guinevere.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, I'm thinking of Shred, so it has to be their gold laner. And if it's gonna be a fighter, the CC is still up, but I feel like it's not gonna be enough.
Even then, you have like a Kai, right? If you run, say, tank jungler,
yes,
Kai left. You need a more like consistent shredder into the Uranus. Because anti-heal is not a problem.
Wait, what if they go crazy and pick up a buff Nolan right now?
Suyo is still up, actually.
No,
right?
Suyo banned. So yeah,
banned, yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah.
1,
Nolan,
2, 3,
okay.
4, 5, 6. 6 total bans here. I feel like they can pick up the gold laner and then really think about their jungler.
Yeah, I agree. Pick the gold laner now. Give yourself a good... I mean, even the Granger isn't too bad, I guess, right? Sky Piercer holder.
Fight range with range. Yeah, make Yuzong get the shot residue and then you just finish it up.
Yeah. As long as you get a decent game. I mean, the Harry is not too bad. It's either or. So that's your damage into the Uranus. Although it does function slightly differently compared to the Granger. And it takes a bit longer to come online.
So far, Kabuki has been using strictly marksmen here. The Natan is still up. He did use it against the Harry before, and I think it's still a pretty good matchup. If they want to go for a double fighter, Esmeralda is still available and probably pretty good going up against the draft that Romania has.
There's also Lunox as a tier 3 choice, but I agree. I think the...
This land is our homeland.
Oh, Lapu go and Gwyn.
That's a witty Gwyn. Okay. Theoretically, they already have a marksman, right? So we technically solve the problem. Traditional, well, it's just traditional as it gets. Well, that means that they really want to fight.
Yeah, I think Romania honestly still needs just a little bit more damage. It doesn't have to be the main carry, but at least something, because Fire still needs time to scale up, and you need time. You need to fight off against the Kimi as well as the Hayabusa.
Wow!
Okay!
Alright, why not just bring the late game specialist out?
Yeah, picking up the Hanzo at this point, which, looking at the draft, it is pretty scary because Gwyn, the Lapo, as well as the Hayabusa can find the real body of the Hanzo, and then that can become a problem. But we did talk about they need some form of wave clear, and if by the time Indonesia gets to your base, the Hanzo has 3 items, can clear from afar, so hey, maybe there is a chance.
And also, if they want to play fast with the Yuzong, with the Grok, you want a cleanup crew, the Hanzo is your man. Wow, the last time I saw this pick was...
I don't even see him in ranked games. That's how long he has been.
Yeah, it's been so long ago. Last time I remember seeing it in pro play was... Now it's 2025, right?
Yes.
2022.
3 seasons ago. 3 to 4 seasons ago.
4 seasons ago when Sakai's brought it out.
Yeah.
That was
so that's 2 years.
But before Sakai's, it's in the current championship team. Well, it's with the current championship roster, as I would say it. Yeah, so it has been quite a long time. Though, the caveat is that as a Hanzo, you need plenty of time to farm up.
And we did say, you gotta have a crazy pick. You gotta throw in a surprise.
Yeah.
Maybe it's enough. We'll see whether the Hanzo coming in from Romania is enough to take down Indonesia from the heart of Southeast Asia here. And look at this. Danzo as well as Joe here starting on the same part of the map. So they're both going to be rotating towards the Litho. They're already doing quite a lot of damage onto Skylove.
We did talk about this where Joe loves those early level 2 gangs, and the way to make it happen is just to get mid priority first and have a very mobile jungler. Hayabusa is one of the easiest heroes to make it happen into getting these early gangs. Instantly converts it to the bottom side of the map. They get a knockout from Witty. Skylar forced to flicker, and this mid lane is now in Indonesia's control.
Yeah, they're denying the minion wave here, and that's not great because we saw Taki basically just moving around with Danzo, making sure that he's safe. And honestly, a pretty good call because at any point, Joe can invade against him, but that does mean Skylove is gonna hurt a little bit. I'm just worried if Saki has more gold than Skylove, because then that's just gonna slow down everyone.
I wonder if they lost track of Danzo too, because Witty checked the bush 2 times, didn't see it. Now he's gonna get jump dodge. Spatial migration to get away, and Danzo is ready for that. Better chain from the real body. Very patient with the abilities. And Witty will be forced to flicker away, and real body's protected. Witty's actually still getting chased down, and a chomp. First blood for the Danzo Hanzo.
Can I just say, I can't even remember Hanakage being that long.
Yeah.
Right? Having like, what, 2 soul snatch?
That is insane.
Danzo Hanzo, man.
That's the Danzo Hanzo. That's Romania special. It's off to a good start. They'll start working on the turtle first. Joe blocked off by the Earthen Rampart. Skylar doesn't hit 4 yet, sadly. No more traction pulse. Let's see what the idea is. This dance is going to be pretty tough. Witty goes this spatial migration, a 2-man knockup. Cardi easily takes that fight, turns into the Black Dragon, and Hanzo forces Witty away. Aran wants to be a part of this, but Cardi is on top of him. They get another mighty swing for Saki. Skylove now, level 4, has Crimson Beacon available. They get the lift back. Witty gets petrified in the face, but space for Joe to get the turtle. And Danzo now looking to disengage. Joe on top of him, blasted the shadow, and Joe instantly goes for the cleanup. Cardi tries to survive, but cannot Furious dive away fast enough. A double kill for Joe. And Indonesia in the prolonged fight have won.
That honestly looks good coming in from both teams, but the fact that Joe is able to get the kills and now even stealing away the purple buff and Skylove being pushed behind even more. This got level 4, but look at this traction pulse onto him.
Does not have the Crimson Beacon, and Joe finds a killing spree.
Yeah, right now Indonesia, they're winning based on just slowing down Skylove. Look at Ezekiel, he's not even attacking the minions, forcing the denial, making sure that Skylove gets far behind, and Saki is not having any pressure at all. I'm worried he has more gold than Skylove.
Yeah, they found Danzo again. Witty just quick with the movements, precise with his instincts. Danzo able to barely escape, but that will put him 2 levels behind Joe.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I feel like if Romania is able to just wait a little bit, don't die too much. Cardi, speaking of which, Joe gets another one, 4-0-0 in under 4 minutes.
An average of 1 kill per minute at this point. This is already looking to be out of control as Danzo late to his jungle, so that camp is gone. There's no way he can take on Joe on his own as well. He does need items. So it's not going to have the luxury for quite a while. Still stuck at level 5, and his entire jungle has been cleared out. Danzo is starving.
Oh, that's gotta feel bad as a jungler, man. And we did talk about you need mid-prio. Cardi getting gecked again. Force out the Black Dragon form just to survive. Joe needs to calm down. He's a problem.
I feel like even if he didn't use the Black Dragon form, he will die, right? So damn if you do, damn if you don't. If you're Kati, no Black Dragon form means no way that they can contest the next turtle. We saw Kabuki also basically manhandling Nikki in the gold lane. Danzo really wants his camp, but he needs help from his teammate because Witty is holding his camp hostage.
This is a bad feeling as a Grok, a bad feeling as a roamer in general, because everyone needs your help.
Yeah.
So any choice you make feels like the wrong one.
And Danzo has to return to his mortal body because they could easily jump in there. Again, the jungler cleared up. Nikki, the 1v1 against Kabuki, and Witty makes it a 2v1. Nikki will not survive. No way, Joe. So accurate with the shadow placements.
Dude, if you told me he had a Sky Piercer, I would believe you, man, because he just goes in and deletes everyone. At this point, I think even his concern is like, wait, maybe I should have just bought a Sky Piercer.
Maybe I should have just bought first item Sky Piercer.
Yeah.
Did have the Hunter Strike.
Yeah, right now having 5 kills here, Romania, they need to scale up. Losing 3,000 gold, honestly, is not that bad considering how difficult the game has been, especially for mid, and Cardi's not having a good time either.
Yeah, gotta finish with Black Dragon form. That's the only way out of this. So far, these Black Dragon forms have been defensive more than they have been offensive. But the Rampart Tectonic charge, the Flicker committed. Go under the Witty, so Witty is gone. Danzo again late to the party, but they don't need him yet. We'll have to surrender that mid farm to him though. I think Skylove will unfortunately have to take a back seat in terms of farm. Traction post A pullback onto Danzo, and Joe comes out of nowhere. And that will be your head skill with the pickup.
I mean, like, good decisiveness coming in from Romania, but again, the jungle is unguarded. And as we talk about it, Joe is like, you know what? Feels like a Sky Piercer game. Doesn't look like anyone can really stop me here. And you can't blame the guy. There's no instant stun. There's no, I mean, like, sure, you have the Petrify, but other than that, I don't think he's going to get caught.
I think to make it worse, the crowd control, like you say, isn't exactly the easiest to land on Hayabusa. But more so, the fact that he came from the purple buff area of Romania for that mid gang, when the bot tier 1 is still up, really says a lot. Violet Requiem party ends up going down as your head skill with his second kill of the game. Kabuki just got his Oracle, and Indonesia a 5k a hit.
Yeah, speaking of which, at 6 minutes, going to 7, Joe is already level 11, Hanzo is level 9, and now the turtle is up. And yeah, I don't know, the fastest game so far has been 8 minutes and 24 seconds. I don't think Indonesia is in position to beat that, but still, looking pretty good. At 7 minutes in, they're dominating the game.
Yeah, this game, I think one more bad fight for Romania, and it's pretty safe to call it. I mean, I think they got solo killed by Joe too.
At this point, everyone will get solo killed by Joe here. Joe just free farming everywhere, and Ezekiel, the timing on the Trash Pulse is good as well. Joe hits the shadow on Skylove, but looks like just gonna tap the shurikens for now.
Not sure if how long they can defend this though. Another Violet Requiem, and Kabuki just commits his Brave of Spider. Cardi is gone. Skylove getting gone on Joe, cuts him to pieces. Double kill for Kabuki, got life for Joe. 11-2 in favor of Indonesia, and the goal lead keeps on climbing.
Yep. At about 8 minutes here, Indonesia, Joe goes in, tries to get on Nikki and gets a legendary solo kill there. Looks like at this point, this Hayabusa is just unstoppable. Like, literally, you can't stop him. 8-0-2, grabbing all the buffs. This is not a game that Hanzo likes.
This is not fun.
This is not fun.
Not fun at all.
Exactly.
Not fun if you are Team Romania. Really isn't a way back into the game. I think that's the scary part. Because your way back hinges on Danzo, and he is far away from it being that critical mass. Is Ara not taking damage at all from Nikki? It sure as heck isn't. Kabuki now takes liberty. Fracture Pulse does end up missing, but the Lord does go over to Indonesia. Taki is trying his very best. Danzo just got assassinated off screen, and Iran holds the front.
This is the biggest problem, where Romania, they just don't have enough damage. And that's what happens when you lose 8,000 gold at 8 minutes, 9,000 gold now at 9 minutes, and looks like they're gonna destroy the holy shields here up top. Witty missed it, but again,
wow. Look at how fast Skylove flinched. Instant Crimson Beacon. That's the scary part when you're put in an uncomfortable spot. You don't have the tools to keep you alive. You start pressing your big ultimate. And that's only going to compound into an even worse state. Traction Pulse does get committed. The Hanikage gets used by Danzo, who is going to be chasing, trying to go for any sort of resources. Clear out the waves or something.
Yep. I mean, like at this point, they're waiting for the minions to come in. They need some kind of farm. 10,000 gold. Again, almost hitting 10 minutes. And look at this, Kabuki moves forward. Nikki has to use the Zaman Force, but the damage is not there just yet. The Lord is still marching down bot. Indonesia at this point, Joe does have the OG Shadow Kill. He's just waiting for a target.
Wave clear is going to be so hard. Danzo goes into the Hanikage. Again, they finally deal with the Lord. Inhibitors all stay up. Because of the Holy Shield, actually it saved Nikki because Joe was about to go into his shadows.
Unfortunately, unable to save Danzo there. Has to sacrifice his life. Kabuki goes in though. Unable to hit anyone with the stun.
Black Dragon form. Kabuki swings away with the Raging Slash. Gets knocked up with the Tectonic, and that might be the opening. But Joe is in. And all of them go down. The Sky Piercer stacks doing too much work. Now Skylove and Saki, can they keep this game in control? Danzo will be back in 5. Saki forced to flicker away. Joe with the execution with Sky Piercer. He is legendary, 12-0-2. Here comes Danzo, back in action, but Joe is just toying with his foot right now. Kabuki gladly tanks the Soul Snatcher, and Indonesia takes a quick and decisive Game 1.
Yep, ending it in 10-52, probably for that one. Indonesia This time looking much cleaner compared to yesterday, and merciless, I would like to add, showing absolutely no mercy there, getting one good trade in mid and then just giving everything to Joe.
Yeah, just brutal. The savages, these Indonesians. In a good way, in game.
Yeah, in game, yeah.
In a good way, you know, just completely showing total control and dominance in this game one. We did talk about some of the habits, the tendencies that they like to bring out, you know, the very aggressive play style, like to fight a lot, early gangs, everything went according to the playbook.
Yeah. Joe, man, I mean, like, who's the MVP, do you think?
I don't know, I think...
I mean, like, let's talk about this, right? So, Furious dive, catching tree, right? And then they're close to a wall inside the base, so Tectonic Charge goes in.
Yep.
Everyone's like 30%, maybe 40% HP, and then you're like, hey, maybe we can get some kills here. Joe comes in, barely does anything, gets a double kill, and then you're like, what else can we do?
He was like,
at that point, what can you do?
Before 4 minutes, he got 4 kills, right? That should say a lot about the state of the game. Again, we just say that they like those level 2 gangs and shows up at level 2, gets the double kill casually. I think before he hit level 4.
Yeah.
Then the turtle fight, he gets a couple more. The rest of the game was just history. It was impossible to deal with him.
They got a 1,000 gold lead every minute, and the Hayabusa has more than 1 kill per minute.
Yes.
Right?
And yes.
The game was like 10 minutes,
50
something,
seconds,
like that, and then he had like
12 kills.
Exactly. So a little bit too much, but I think it really is about that early game, right? Skylove didn't have protection, but I'm not gonna say it's the fault of the Grok, man, because if every single lane is losing, where do you go?
Yeah, as a roamer, it's a
dude. When I solo queue as a roamer, I see my EXP losing, my gold losing, my jungle's getting invaded. I'm like, get me out of this game.
Yeah.
Like, what can I do?
You just pray. you just pray. You get a shutdown. Someone flips the lord, and then you come back into the game. That's usually the state. We've seen a couple of examples earlier on too, like Apex 47 on the Hilda. That was so the same thing when all of your lanes are basically on fire. Then you only have so much that you can do. So
just like, this is fine.
This is fine.
This is okay.
What can I do, right? Yeah, tough loss.
Honestly, I think that's why most roamers use Florin now.
And that's why I banned Florin.
Hey, there you go. It's like, hey, I can help everyone. A better Rafaela. This is really healing for everybody.
It's a cheap cop-out, so no, it's illegal. You're not allowed to play Florin.
Well, either way, we haven't seen any Florins here, so you're all good. Every single caster, they have that one pet peeve. Right?
So what's yours? What's the hero you don't like?
Hold on. Staffa is Estes.
Right.
Gideon is Uranus.
Yeah.
You are Florin.
Yep.
So, like, it changes, but I do have one.
Okay.
Which is Franco.
Franco.
Because I don't know why. Every single time the opponent is using Franco, the hooks keep on hitting. And then as a roamer, I'm like, guys, stop getting hooked.
Yeah, I think the problem wasn't in the Franco. I just think the teammates that you get sometimes, walk into the hook. That's what I like to think.
Just like Stormy walking into the dash of Lancelot.
Yes, that's what I like to think. I don't think the mindset is always my enemies are never as good as me.
Yeah.
If I lose, that's on me.
And now we got to look at the goal hunter here. Joe, 912 gold per minute. I feel like you have to blame the team here because everyone else earned a lot of gold as well and not feeding everything to him.
That's one way to look at it. But Yehescu is the best support on the Kimi, mind you.
Yeah, Kabuki took a lot of damage as a gold lane.
Did they switch roles?
Hey, might as well, right?
No, Kabuki is listed as an XP laner here, right?
Yeah.
Clearly, he switched role with Aran.
Hey, you know what? EXP and gold laner is subjective.
I actually don't even remember what Aran was playing. That's how dominant. I think it was playing Uranus. Okay.
Uranus, yeah. Joe dealing the most amount of damage. So whenever they have about 1,000 gold per minute, most of it is just on Joe. I mean, like, if he takes everything in the jungle, then yeah.
I mean, if my jungler is that a hit, take it. Take my wave. Take my jungle.
If my jungler is having that kind of game, I'm opening up YouTube.
Yeah. If my jungler is farming the enemy jungle, I will just farm my own jungle. Right.
And that's why he doesn't have 1,000 gold per minute, Husky.
I'm surprised he doesn't have 1,000 gold per minute. I honestly thought that he would have 1,000 gold per minute.
Yeah, but either way, congratulations for game number 1 in Indonesia here. So, Romania, there is a lot of ground to cover. And I feel like let's start with no one necessarily needing the roamer's help so that the roamer can help just one person. Either the jungle or the mid. Preferably not both.
And honestly, this start was as good as it can get, right? Like, Danzo was incredibly patient with his ability usage. 2 soul snatches, getting a first blood onto Witty. And I thought that, okay, they have a decent idea. This was also quite a decent approach from Romania, but it was Witty, man. Witty and Joe, they keep catching the targets. I don't think Romania was really necessarily prepared for how spontaneous Indonesia can starting the fight, and they got caught off guard. And it was just a chain reaction of it continuously happening again and again and again. And then you have Joe, who just, look at this, he's not even in the fight, and then he shows up for a flank, and then he ganks everyone, and then he gets free kills.
Like, honestly, a lot of the plays Indonesia make, your opponents will be like, there's no way to go for this, right? I mean, like, it's too early. Like, they're not going to go for a fight now, right? Like, and they just go for it.
Like, oh, they just use the spells, they have nothing left, and boom, someone shows up. And yeah, rest is history. How much kills did Indonesia have as a collective? That's what I want to know. In the end, so 14 now.
Okay, look at this. How demoralizing. This is one of the best scenarios you can have, and then Joe just comes in.
I'm telling you, man, that damage reduction addition on the Lapu Lapu is a game changer.
Yeah, for sure. The thing is, it's not a draft here, Husky. At least, you know, Hanzo aside, right? Imagine having a Grok and Jushin, and then losing the mid. The Kimi is there, yes, but then you're going up against the Guinevere. And the fact that Guinevere was able to hop onto the Jushin early, probably just thinking like he's not gonna hit me. I think that's the big game changer, right?
Yeah, hitting Jushin, you get the Hayabusa in for a gank, you force the flicker out early, you lose mid control, and then you lose the turtle fight. Again, it's compounding interest. That's why it's so scary to go up against a Team Indonesia, because they're so good at doing this. I even remember back then when the Team Malaysia lineup went up against them in previous tournaments. We didn't have a good track record against them because they just play so fast we couldn't keep up.
Here's the thing, Husky. Whenever we duo, as mid duo, Romer and mid, if we were having that game, I think we'd just look at each other as like, thanks, huh?
Yeah, it's like that game is pretty much over, right? Yeah. Like, there's nothing much we can do.
So what now? Like, maybe pick up your jungler way earlier, but that becomes worse if Hanzo was the intended pick, right? 6 junglers altogether got banned. The Baxia, Lance, Yisun Shin, Suyo, Fanny, Joy, and then the early pick of the Haya. Basically 7 picks are off the board. His Hanzo looked pretty good, so we know that he has been practicing it, but the problem is the Grok has to protect your jungle.
Yeah, honestly, I thought that the Joy would have been a choice at one point.
Like third pick, yeah?
Probably, right? Just considering how many junglers were banned out. Even the Fredrin, I think, was left open. That could have been a direction that they could go towards. We did pose the question of whether they would lean into Team Indonesia's playstyle and just play very brawly, and well, they got KO'd in game 1.
So now we got to focus on game number 2. So this is going to be a test for Romania mentally, right? Like, you just had a pretty rough game. How do you reset? Yeah. Right? This is the real test for professional players. It's one thing to feeling good about winning, but that's a true sign of a pro whenever you lose, especially when you lose hard. You just go into game number 2 like it never happened.
What is tougher to recover from, you think? Losing a game where you get steamrolled, or losing a game where it's dead even 20 minutes in and you lose because of one mistake?
The second one. It's very easy for me to recover from a steamroll because I gave up way early. The second one, you're fighting for your life and you still lost. Right? So like,
understandable.
Right? Like, I gave it my best, 20, 30 minutes
of my life.
It's now wasted because I lost.
I lost that 1 star.
Exactly. So, like, quick 8-minute games, like, what can I do?
Yeah. And the best I get is break even. I don't even get a net positive.
Yeah, so
that's fair.
Personally, for me, I'd rather lose early. Like, lose very fast.
I mean, I would say, I think like you said, just forget about game 1. They'll kind of reset for game 2. Let's see, broken walls for game 2. This is playing into Team Indonesia's playground. If they already played that fast with normal walls, broken walls will be quite the challenge. Again, the Yves was banned out by Indonesia themselves in game 1.
Well, broken walls, so I think regardless of the map, pick a strong mid duo and then go from there. Because I feel like the pick is good. But then just add on a self-sustaining jungler, and then we're in business.
You know what worries me?
What?
You hear the definition of strong mid duo, and then the Hylos gets picked, and then we might see the reenactment of, was it Team Kazakhstan yesterday with the Hylos that got punished? I feel like it was Kazakhstan.
Yes. Game number 1.
And it was against Indonesia too.
Yeah. Well, Indonesia banned out the Eve, the Gatot, as well as the Grok here. So already thinking, okay, let's not give strong roamers. And then Romania banning out the Baxia and the Kimi. But again, against the Ezekiel, kind of doesn't matter, man. His pockets are deep.
I have a feeling that they are drafting the bans is basically them telling Widdy, hey Widdy, we take out the Grok and the Gatot, you can play whatever you want now. Quinavir.
And then he was like, bet.
Yeah, like no one's gonna stop you.
Now the final bans here coming in from Romania, betting out the Uranus, and honestly, pretty good pick. Probably pretty difficult for Cardi to deal with it, but now Indonesia, very early first pick on that Kalia. So, Weedy, what do you want to play, Kalia? All right, first pick, let's go.
Kalia Farsa, I guess. There's so many possibilities right now with the Kalia pick. Let's see. I mean, you could still go for... Oh man, without the Gatot. What is that? I mean, Jushin is still there technically.
I think Jushin is still honestly pretty safe.
Or you go like YSS +1.
Or Lancelot, whatever you're comfortable with.
Lead the charge.
Looks like they're picking up a Hilda here as well as a Jushin. And the thing is, Hilda has been very not great so far in WEC. The hero itself is great, but you just find ways to make sure that the early game you don't get stomped, and then come mid and late game, the Hilda is a walking minion that can do a little bit more damage than a minion, but kind of dies faster.
I think there's also like this misconception about Hilda as a hero that people see what she's good at, but you sort of forget about a lot of her glaring weaknesses. I mean, what did we just say? The Kalia enabling these fast game.
Okay.
If they want to break their own record from the qualifiers, I think this is them making that attempt.
Yeah. Burst from Lunox and Fanny being enabled by the Kalia.
Oh god.
At this point, even if I'm Romania, I'm like, wait, hold on. If we pick up something squishy, we're gonna die to the Fanny. We pick up something tanky, we're gonna die to the Lunox.
Honestly, I'll mechanic them, right? I think this is a pure mechanic test.
Yep.
This is a stat check from Indonesia. They're like, okay, we have gone through like fundamentals in game 1. Now we're gonna play mechanical. How well can you keep up?
So now
I mean, look at these people. Come on, Widdy, take it seriously.
Let them play the hero.
Yuzong gets banned out. Like, take out any divers, and I feel like Indonesia, you ban out a Ruby, and then ban out, say, what other thing can punish here?
I mean, Orion's gonna take like a Lapu or like a Arlet too, right?
Like, I feel like Indonesia, okay, ban Ruby, ban Cho, and then, alright, that's it. What else is there to stop the Fanny? A Saber?
Oh, Kaja. But there's already a Hilda. If the Hilda goes XP, it's like whatever. CC is still up. Well, I think Indonesia's draft is a lot more flexible. There you go, the Ruby ban. Wait a minute. Oh, never mind. I was thinking Ovius might not be a bad option for Romania, and then there's a Lunox. So.
Yeah, like I said, it's like if you pick up something squishy, Fanny's there. Pick up something tanky, Lunox is there. It's a lose-lose.
They will both shred you one way or the other.
And it's enabled by a Kalia first pick.
And also supported by a Grok and Gatot ban.
Yeah. So Indonesia, they were well prepared for this one. and they're really not showing any mercy here. So Romania, what is going to be the final bans here? They already banned out the Uranus as well as the Yuzong as the EXP. Do you ban out the Lapu? Do you ban out a Alice? It looks like they're banning out a Harv, making sure that the goal lane is going to have a pretty okay time.
And Alice would be a decent pick, but then damage profile-wise is
the only one
in the jungler and the goal lane. So Indonesia still bans the Phobias, even though they have solutions to it. Respectable.
So Romania at this point, it's unfortunate that Moskov isn't that great right now.
Yeah.
Because maybe can deal with the Kalia as well as the Fanny. In terms of fighters in the gold, I feel like the problem is you're just not gonna have enough damage.
What if you
later
just take Claude, right? Like the universal safe pick.
At least he can have a Purify, right? Because I think that's the biggest problem. You need someone that can escape, like have a dash and a Purify.
That is
honestly, 1-1 would be great if they can use it.
Yeah, but then there's a Fanny that just jumps you.
No matter what you pick, it's not great against a Fanny or a Lunox. They pick up a Granger. It's still pretty dangerous. It's good, but it's not without its risk.
Purify is a must because the Kalea. But taking Purify also means that
there's no flicker.
Yeah.
So when Lunox is there, you can't run away.
yeah. You have to pick a poison.
It's a catch-22, man.
It is.
Tanky or squishy, you're gonna get punished. Flicker or Purify, you're gonna get punished.
Like death by 1,000 cuts. Choose your way. Okay. Last two picks for Indonesia. I wonder what that's gonna be.
If they put like Lunox goal and then Farsa in mid, that's a lot of damage.
They could. Oh.
Ooh, they pick up a Glue and a Beatrix here.
Oh.
And Beatrix Kalia is pretty nasty as well.
Yeah, I actually forgot about the Beatrix because we haven't seen Kalea Beatrix for so long.
Yeah, like we usually see it from Humes and Innocent in SRGOG from Malaysia, but whew. Damage, range, chase.
Not just that, how are you going to win your XP matchup now? I don't see any solutions. CC, but you are limiting yourself to a 1v1. Hilda is a no-go unless you don't interact.
But Export is not going to be great against the Lunox.
If Kalea grabs you back, you're as good as dead.
I think, honestly, you need a Khalid roam here to at least win out the mid. They go for a Bada, which honestly, not a bad choice. It's just...
It's not bad into the Fanny.
Yeah.
Not only the Fanny. Oh, but Kalea is actually not too bad too.
It's essentially Romania is like, okay, we need a comebackable hero. And Badag is one of those, right? Where the opponents overextend, which Indonesia, high chances they will, right? High chances they will overextend. Fist crack, fist break, and then hope at that point you don't lose that many gold so that you have enough damage for a comeback.
We need a Tigreal out, but not Tigreal.
Exactly.
Something like that. And it's gonna be hard. Which reminds me, wasn't there like a very short period where Atlas was a thing?
1 week.
We tried. Well, everyone tried.
Just playoffs. And then that's it. People are like, hey, Atlas is good. But there's like, but there's other things.
And then the team lost and they're like, he's not that good.
It's not that great, guys. I mean, like in rank it was good. But either ways, Romania going up against Indonesia. Indonesia is 1 point here. And Romania, if they're able to win this out, they can extend. But Indonesia is looking pretty good at probably ending the series with a clean 2-0 here, Husky.
Yeah. I mean, even for Indonesia...
Shout out to Argentina, man.
Yeah, Argentina 3-0ing themselves. That's great stuff. Jokes aside, let's end the game number 2. Wow, Danzo is pretty far ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, they clear. How much of a lead did he get? Oh, I mean, they had a Juicin. He's on the Suyo. Okay, let's see if we can avoid that level 2 gang. We have seen this before.
Or Danzo after clearing, like, see how careful the mid duo is right now, because they're like, okay, they're gonna freeze the wave 100%. Look at that gank, and Skylove gets taken down.
You let your guard down just for a fraction of a second, and this happens. Oh, please! Oh, that scared me for a while.
Right, he didn't get it.
Yeah, Joe had to...
Shoutouts Danzo.
Had the retribution up too.
Okay, Danzo survived that one, but at this point, Skylove is not getting any love. And probably is getting slightly frustrated with the attention it's getting from Team Indonesia.
I mean, good luck trying to lift the Fanny up. You'll never have enough stacks to get her. Yescu did had to flicker to safety. Attempted gank from Danzo. They get something out from the Lunox, which is good, right? Prior to level 4, no brilliance. So a gank is slightly easier to pull off. Danzo will now get the liberty of taking the gold crab for himself too.
Okay, so Romanian with the jungler that they have honestly pretty good chance to get the turtle. So if possible, go in, get turtle, get out, and don't interact that much unless you can kill Ezekiel. He doesn't have a flicker right now. If they can kill Ezekiel, hey, that's huge.
Yeah. If you can just catch Joe, you could actually burst him down, right? They have a lot of damage. The Blade Surge stun from this immortal form as well. Kabuki with a solo kill top. Romania tries to work on the turtle. Witty is going to be dead. The title strike will be available. No 4 for both the Romans. Aran flickers in. Going to try and keep them in place. Danzo gets knocked up. Blade Surge to safety, but they get pulled back. The grab. Revitalize on Cardi, trying to keep him alive. Danzo receiving help, but Joe will finish him off. And Cardi now runs away, but Joe is on the case. A double kill given over to Yescu.
Dude, right now Indonesia, they are relentless because they want to make sure that they get Danzo. Danzo had to dash out of the way so that he doesn't take any more damage. And at that point, killing spree for Joe, getting onto the Badang. And this is getting pretty close to a repeat of what happened in game number 1.
Yeah, having Retribution is overrated. Joe's Retribution was on 20-second cooldown, and they're like, yeah, let's take out Badang first, and then we take the turtle. 2.4k gold lead, 3 minutes in. And look at this. You know you're in deep trouble when you need 4 members to secure a buff for you. And you're Suyo. Danzo does not feel safe at all, and I can understand that because that's the kidnap. And Saki goes down again.
Too much damage. Lunox, Fanny, alongside with the Kalia. We don't see this a lot because there are ways to fight around it, which is essentially just don't fight. And then they just feel like, why did we pick up this mid trio? But the execution here, especially coming in from Weedy, always getting those catches.
Weedy's gonna go like first item fleeting time for sure. Okay, Nikki avoided death. Joe will get out, no problem. Skylab actually is a beacon. Oh, changes target to Witty. So Joe gets out at the cost of Witty, given to Danzo.
And again, this is why we don't see this mid trio that often, because once you miss, it's pretty easy to punish, especially a Fanny. If she doesn't hit you, you don't get the energy back. Danzo gets onto Kabuki, but Kabuki clears the lane so fast. Romania, they can't stay.
Yeah, the Banner's Rage taking out half of Nicky's health bar too. Well, at least there is some reply from Romania, but I think going after the turtle would be close to an impossible task. Nothing that Cardi can do against Aran. I don't think they can do anything against Aran.
They're just spaghetti noodle fight.
I think they call it a wet noodle fight.
That one.
That one.
Gotta still be going like that. So the fight around the turtle here, I kind of feel like Romania, they cannot be honest with their engage.
Yeah.
Like meet someone like Cardi just to show his face, try to get a catch coming in from Witty, and then everyone just dives in, right? Because another thing about the draft coming in from Indonesia is that it's very easy for you to go all in and then have nothing left for anyone else.
I would like to believe that is the first item Sky Piercer for Nikki. It's got it. So let's see. I mean, if it pays off, it actually could be a very big deal. Second turtle up. Indonesia doesn't really care too much to be on it. They will do it at their own convenience, and after taking down the bot tier 1, Joe is on the case. They see a clear rotation from Romania through that mid lane. Aran will hold that tri-push. Nothing they can do. Saki, and an attempt to throw Joe, but he still gets secure on the turtle, and now Indonesia will instantly fight back with Witty and Kabuki, who gets a solo kill onto Nikki off screen.
Honestly, respectable, man. If everyone was close enough to follow up, they could have done something there because he managed to catch Joe. It's just that, you know, still getting that turtle and everyone was so far away. So the only question is, was that communicated well? Because it could be a solo play. If that was a Farsa instead of a Jushin, the Feta Airstrike might actually be able to get 1 or 2 kills.
Yeah, even Danzo wasn't ready for that play, right? Because there was definitely a fraction of a second where it would have been in favor of Romania. Speaking of which, Aran is now being quite the nuisance. Mr. Blazer stun, and here comes Cardi getting knocked up. Aran sticking on him, decides to dismount. And Joe showing up, forces a 1v1. Danzo disengages, kidnap into Banner's race. Saki is gone. Killing spree for Yehescu. Witty continues to follow up. Skylove used the Purify. Cardi now tanks up the damage. Nikki trying to dish out his own, but does not have the item just yet. And Cardi tries to run away. The snipe misses, but Witty cleans it up. And Yehescu continues on the Skylove. Romania are forced back.
Indonesia is not allowing Romania to breathe, and we can see that Nikki does not have damage just yet. And again, as a Granger, you need at least 3 stacks of Sky Piercer. 4 is where you can feel a little bit more comfortable, but Romania, they're being forced here. Like Indonesia, they're taking fights where Romania is like, bro, could you chill? Like, it's still 7 minutes.
Yeah,
you don't have to go in that hard.
It's like in the octagon, Romania is tapping out. Indonesia kept going. Referee comes in. Indonesia is like pushes the referee away, keeps on going. It's already a knockout punch. It's a 6.5k advantage, and that's only gonna extend a little bit as Danzo gets literally executed by a 5-man gang squad.
5 seconds in, and the final turtle will spawn. That is if Indonesia wants it. They can just wait for a few seconds, and then the Lord will come up. And then maybe try to end it there. Because look at this. They are already triggering the holy shields here. In terms of the gold difference in the EXP, it's a 1,000 difference. In terms of the jungle, it's about a lot.
2k gold lead.
And then Nikki gets taken out, so it's going to extend even further. And then one shot. Because Kabuki does have the Sky Piercer, so there's 2 Sky Piercers on Team Indonesia.
Yep, I think Yehescu should also get a Sky Piercer because he's the Luna.
At this point, you know, 4 Sky Piercers, man. Like, why not?
You know what makes it harder for Romania to play is that the Badang went for Thunderbolt.
Yeah, and you don't get stacks quite easy now.
So it's basically wasted value, sadly. Then Kabuki is on the Wesker. When was the last time you see a Wesker being used?
I mean, when's the last time you see Beatrix?
Earlier this year.
Hey, it's December. So quite a long time.
Quite a long time.
Quite a long time. So the Lord looks like is going to be taken by Indonesia here. Ezekiel having that lightning truncheon should be able to deal quite a lot of damage. Didn't notice the Cardi was there.
I mean, they just stopped checking the bush actively because what could Romania do?
What's the worst that can happen?
What's the worst that can happen? There's no Leon Mort, so that's the saving grace. How are you going to defend against this Lord?
Okay, Indonesia overextends. Saki gets 3 people at least.
Okay, they got him.
All right, never mind then. I'm out of options here.
He will be back in time for the Lord push.
Okay, so he will set up 3 people, and then hopefully Danzo and Skylove make them low enough that Nikki can get a triple kill. And then Romania can fight back.
Then we have a chance.
Then we have a chance. Get 3 stacks of Sky Piercer. Skylove already using the Crimson Beacon, and the Lord is not close yet.
I think this is where, you know, teams that are behind, they flinch a lot easier. Really need a Crimson Beacon for this fight. It's okay, let's see if Saki can get that engage off. Preferably not in the presence of the Lord. Because Witty is ready to grab someone. They pull a run back. That's the least desirable target. The Lord will be instantly taken care of. So Romania actually keeps all the inhibitors alive. Not too shabby.
Because all the while, Joe is taking the purple buff, so unable to really join. But now he's on his way.
Okay, that's the lift back. Oh, a lot of damage. Witty's down. That's the first guy gets the stack. Nikki getting gone on. Joe dancing him around. He just freestyling. Saki a bit late on the counter. And Joe is legendary.
And now Skylove is just trying to push them away. Like, at least they got something and they were able to defend. It's just sad that Nikki only has, you know, 5, not 50, 5 Sky Piercer stack here.
And without Nikki, it's no chance of fighting.
Pretty hard to get 3 kills back-to-back when you're 10,000 gold behind.
Yeah, and then you have a Fanny in the back line.
And you can't blame his team for not protecting him. What can they do?
Nothing much, right? Like, the thing about Fanny till today that I still find slightly ridiculous is that you cannot stop her mid-cable animation. Unless you are a Kaja or a Franco.
Not even.
Oh yeah, right, she keeps on
she keeps on flying.
Those cables are made of like vibranium or something.
I have so many words that's not good for broadcast. Imagining every single time I thought I caught a Fanny, and she's still flying.
I get you.
Yeah. At that point, there's one time I was using a Kaja. I used the ult and Fanny. I was flying.
I saw the fist crack on Saki. Joe still completed the animation.
Well, the Lord is up right now. I don't think with a 10,000 difference, Romania can do much unless...
I think you send Danzo, he steals the Lord, and then you defend. But that's not even going to happen.
Because in my head, the only possible way something could happen if is Nikki grabs it with a random shot, you know? Death Sonata is like, oh, I got it. Great for us.
He'll be dead before he gets close to the pit.
True.
With Widdy around.
Yeah. It's hard to be optimistic at this point because I'm running out of options of what Romania can really do unless Indonesia is the one that
drops the ball.
Exactly. Like, this is their game to lose.
Yeah, it is. Haven't seen much of that, I think, in WEC. We've gone close to it, but it hasn't really happened yet. Where a team
no full throws.
Yeah, no full. Yeah, exactly. No one has ever attempted like a half-court shot, missed it, and lose the game. You know.
Well, right now the Lord is inside the base.
Oh, an attempt on Saki, but misses the engage. Now gets grabbed back. Joe is in the base, man. They gotta take care of the Lord because Saki is straight up dead. Kabuki finds to pick up the Lord, almost solo to Crystal. So Romania are down one man for 25 seconds. They work on the second inhibitor. Kabuki finds a double kill from downtown. Aran is in the midst of things. The mid inhibitor goes down. Aran sticks on the Cardi, brings him back to the rest of his team. And that is a triple kill for Kabuki with the Sky Piercer. Nikki tries to run away. Yehescu gets a mega kill. And it is clean up for Team Indonesia. A full team wipe and a 2-0 victory.
Yeah, usually we talk about the game time, but that was 22-4. And I don't know, man. Indonesia just came in here today showing absolutely no mercy towards Romania. And honestly, like, Romania showed spirit, but against the non-stop aggression coming in from Indonesia, like, what can you do?
This is a full cardio workout that Romania is not ready for, right? It's like, it feels like a setup. You know, the Indonesia tells them, hey, we're gonna go on a 400-meter sprint.
And then all of a sudden it became a hit workout.
Yeah, and then you have to go like some high roll sports of farmer lunges, and Romania is like, man, we're not ready for this. We can't take it. The Indonesia kept on going. Spirit's still nice on the stage. It is a tough opponent to go up against, but it's still enjoyable nonetheless. Pretty sure a very great learning experience through and throughout.
Saw a lot of promise. Honestly, Danzo is pretty good mechanically, but now we're going to be throwing it over onto the stage with Rose alongside the winners of Team Indonesia to see what they have to say with the win.
Maintaining the clean sweep on the main stage, Team Indonesia once again gets a convincing, dominating 2-0 for themselves. And right now I am with Coach and of course Kabuki from Team Indonesia. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, good.
Kabuki, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yes, I think you guys are definitely good after that game. I think this one I could ask the coach. Coach, yesterday's game and today's game is actually very different. So disciplined, so in sync. What's the difference with today and yesterday?
I think like the first day is always normal, like playing like that. And then we fix some things, we fix the communication, and then yeah, some things happen and then we playing good today.
Are your boys confident in this WEC?
Yeah, very confident.
Very confident. What about you, Coach? You also confident?
What?
Are you confident in them?
Sorry?
Are you confident in your team?
Of course.
Yes, that's what we like. So far, they've been very, very convincing. Now, Kabuki, your next match tomorrow, we actually don't know yet who you will be facing, but it could be either Cambodia, Dominican Republic, or Nepal. Kabuki, in your opinion, who do you want to face? Mau lawan siapa? Daripada Cambodia, Dominican Republic, and Nepal.
Mau lawan Kamboja.
Kenapa? Why?
Karena Kamboja salah satu tim yang kuat di ESF ini.
Yes, I actually agree. He said that he wants to meet Cambodia tomorrow because Cambodia is actually one of the teams that is considered strong this WEC 2025. Coach, do you agree with that? You want to meet Cambodia tomorrow?
Yes. Yeah.
Will you bring something special to the table if you guys were to meet Cambodia?
I think just play normal.
Just play normal.
Yeah.
One last thing before I send you guys off. Just now in my post-match interview with Team Malaysia, they mentioned that the team they really are looking forward to meet this WEC is actually Indonesia. Because, and I quote, they want to get their revenge from M6 because you guys sent them home.
Who?
Malaysia.
Oh, Malaysia.
So, do you want to meet them?
Yeah, of course.
And if you meet them, will you send them home once again?
I think they're already home, right?
Yeah, they're already home. So, will you send them home?
Yeah.
Yeah, what about Kabuki? Team Malaysia said they want to meet Team Indonesia.
Ya, mau ngirim Malaysia pulang.
Oh, wow. Okay. This is going to be an interesting match if it were to happen. And since this is the last match of the day, Coach or Kabuki, is there anything you guys want to say to the fans?
Thank you for supporting us. Keep supporting us until Sunday. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And once again, congratulations to Team Indonesia. That is it from me today. And with that, I'm throwing you guys over back to the casters to give you guys a full rundown on tomorrow's schedule and, of course, the post-match analysis of this game. Once again, this is Rose, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Throwing it to the casters.
Thank you very much, Rose. And shout outs to Indonesia's coach. It's like, will you send them home? It's like, I mean, they're already home, so...
Oh man, that's
I'm not a driver.
That was nice. I have no comeback for that.
Yeah.
Good on you.
You know what? I'm waiting for that moment so that I can use that line. Never will happen to us, but eventually.
Eventually, when we meet.
Exactly.
I mean, they both have.
Let's become professional players so that the host can ask us that and then we can answer that.
They both have a clean record so far.
Yep.
So it feels inevitable that we will meet at one point.
Plus the room point, you know, it's bound to happen.
Yeah, it's a friendly rivalry. We've done this regarding everything, right? Not just MLBB, you know.
MLBB has been like, what, 6-7 years?
Yeah, like the food we like, you know, the name of the food that we like.
A pattern on shirts. You know, that one.
Oh, that's a touchy
subject. That's a tough one, isn't it?
That's a touchy subject.
Yeah, but now looking at the game, 30 minutes and 20, but the kill score, 22-4.
This is a public exit.
This is not Romania's fault.
No, it's not.
Right?
Indonesia they're outclassed. They're up against a good team.
Yeah.
They're up against a team that is just too good.
This is basically like you're preparing for an exam, and then basically the lecturer said like, okay, you only have 2 questions. You're allowed to have cooperation. You're allowed to go check the internet. And there's like, wait, hold on. You're allowed to have 2 weeks to answer this question.
You know what this reminds me of? There was this clip circulating online quite a while ago. Basically, they invite a kid that loves to play chess.
Okay.
Right, and the kid is pretty good at chess, right? So the kid was like, okay, I'm gonna play. They told him that you're gonna play against an opponent. We won't tell who he is. And then the chess grandmaster shows up, and then the kid starts crying. It's the wrong weight class.
Yeah.
But it was a good show nonetheless.
Imagine Magnus Carlsen just comes in and is like, what's up, kid? Going to the boxing match, like, oh, who am I going to fight? Mike Tyson? It's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
You just need time, right?
It's a learning experience, for sure. Even the Hall of Famers, it tells you everything. Kabuki, Skypiercer, Beatrix, sure. Put that in that resume. MVP is Yohescu on this Lunox.
The silent MVP. Not gonna lie, he was there, right?
Didn't need to do much.
Yeah, he was present in most of the fights.
He was there to finish the job that Joe couldn't finish.
Or Kabuki. And he was the reason why Kabuki could not get a Maniac on WEC. Because he's like, nah, fam. He doesn't need a Skypiercer. Take a kill away from a Beatrix Skypiercer.
Exactly. They can talk about it at the hotel.
I think they're not talking about it. Kabuki is just giving him a side eye. It's like, I know what you did, and he's like, what? I'm playing the game.
I feel like maybe in the future, right? There's an incentive. There's a way to give incentive for players to get these what do you call it? These chain kills.
Yep.
Which is, you get extra pocket money. Like every savage, you get like an amount of bonus on top. Wouldn't that be fun?
No, that's how you get 4 Skypiercers, Husky.
Yeah, but it was fun, right? So your teammate will try to sabotage you, but when you get it, you work for it.
You know what? As a fun match, that's actually a pretty good idea.
Right.
Yeah. But either ways, looking at the highlights, I'm not even sure if we're allowed to talk about this.
This is, for the lack of a better word, a montage. of Indonesia, basically just showing us a masterclass on Mobile Legends, right? They had the right hero picks, they had answers to every question, solutions to every problem. And don't get me wrong, as dominant as this is, it's undeniable. There were some moments where you can see Romania, they tried, right? They have the mechanical prowess, they are taking the fights the best possible way, but it was all offsetted by the fact that they were 9,000, 10,000 behind.
The highlights can be in a MLBB class where you're teaching everyone what is leashing, what is split pushing, and then someone asked the question, what does burst mean? What does one shot mean? And then just show this as like, that's what burst damage looks like. That's what one-shotting someone looks like.
Well, sometimes you could teach the fundamentals. I've had the privilege to teach some high school students ML before. And then the question that comes out that it's hard to answer is, what happens? Like, okay, we learn all these fundamentals, right? You know what to do. But the one thing that is very hard to answer is, what happens if the enemy are significantly ahead? Suddenly the normal playbook doesn't work exactly the way it should, right? And we saw like some good engages, good counter engages and team fights, but just the lack of resources.
At that point, I just say like, there's no such thing as 100% win rate. Just go next. Sometimes in life, it's easier to let go.
That's why the surrender button. Not in tournaments though. Not in tournaments.
Not in tournaments.
This
is more for us folks. Like professional players, different realm of understanding. But for the casuals, for the pubs, we just go rank. Like we get pummeled in the first 5 minutes. Let's just go out and have dinner.
Yeah, I've seen people ask, why aren't pro players allowed to surrender? Because it goes against the competitive spirit and integrity. Either way, with today's matches done, let's look at tomorrow's schedule. Starting with women category, the lower bracket quarter, we have Cambodia against Turkey, Malaysia against Argentina, and then we have 2 more matches that we have to see the winners / losers of the other bracket. For the open category, we are on the board again.
And we're going to see Malaysia again as well as Cambodia. So again, looks like Cambodia as well as Malaysia is looking to have a pretty good run so far. And at this point, again, defending champs of WEC, they have been showing up. But I'm personally interested to see Malaysia going up against Argentina, the female category, because again, Malaysia did lose against Egypt.
Yep.
And I like the work ethic of Egypt, because even while we're casting, I see them discussing and reviewing their games. So I'm like, that's good professional work ethic.
And it's Malaysia's last game in the group stage for the open category, right, against South Africa, and then Cambodia takes on the Dominican Republic. Again, 2 regions that 2 countries that we don't get to see often, and again, it's another different spice of life that I am looking forward to. And we get to also witness the players that you interacted with earlier on playing against Team Malaysia.
Well, overall, Husky, it has been an amazing game today. A lot of longer fights, but ended up ending 2-0s. Congratulations to all the winners. Unfortunately, we did see some teams dropping out from WEC 25, but that is it for today. But for tomorrow, there's going to be more matches for both the women category as well as the open or men category. So looking forward for tomorrow. We're going to start a little bit earlier here, Husky.
Yeah, we have 6 best of 3s. Can you believe it? 6 best of 3s, and the women category, we are already in the playoff realm as well. So things are speeding up, and that's the nature of the tournament. The first 2 days felt very slow, and then it starts speeding up, and then we are at terminal velocity, and then we crown a champion.
Well, with that being said, again, I would just like to say thank you to everyone watching. Thank you, Husky. It has been amazing. And I also would like to say thank you to our sponsors as well, where the global event is proudly organized by ISF, MESF, ESI as our strategic partner, and again, supported by KBS, Rakamuda, Rakan Digital, and our official partners, Red One, EQ, Solos Merch, Monster Energy, CK Music, and lastly, our official chair partner, which is Razer. So, hope to see you guys around for tomorrow for more WEC 2025 action. Well, tomorrow, Friday. Bye-bye.